And we're live. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome
what's
to
up,
Route
guys?
66. We are playing our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game today, Water Under the Bridge, in which we are taking some old school adventure modules, converting them up to 5th edition, and then running them in a homebrew world that has been sitting in my back pocket for a little while. Let's introduce ourselves. Ava.
Hi, I'm Ava. I play a human rogue called Junko. I stream video games on Twitch at Avari2, so this name right here, and I have a needy kitty right now. He's so unhappy.
Was that a cat pun? A needy kitty?
Oh my jeez.
No,
Oh,
But-
okay.
Unintentional.
but now
sure.
it can be. But yeah,
Should have claimed it.
I can't claim something that I didn't do.
Well, use
But
that
yeah.
next time he starts making kitty biscuits.
On to Sir E3.
Hi. I'm Ashlow. Says up there. I play E3, who's a dwarf who's a bit tired at the moment. Three levels of... Oh, no, only
bit.
2 levels of tired now.
Wait, what? Really? Oh,
Um,
that's right. You only
yeah, we
healed
slept.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I
Every
forgot.
long rest, it's 1 level of exhaustion. So give me a couple of days and I'll be good to fight that ooze that we're camped next to. I don't play games on Twitch. I do have cats, but they're in one at the moment. So they're tearing around the house. I make my own alcohol. I'm currently drinking some elderflower wine. And it's lovely.
I actually have elderflower liquor.
Ooh,
Ooh,
good. Yeah,
It's
that's
so
me.
good.
now I want to drink.
Over to you with the weather.
Next.
Ash, hi.
Weather's looking pretty shitty right now. It's real humid, real hot. That's about it. It's unpleasant. Back to you with the sports.
In today's soccer team game,
Crap. We don't do sports here. Ashley, go ahead.
we're nerds. We don't do sports. Are you kidding me?
We don't do the sports ball.
I do.
Well, some of us do. I'm Ashley. I play Cora the Monk on Sundays and Sayoni the Sorcerer on Mondays. And when I'm not playing them, I'm making stuff. Recently went to a con. Thanks for everybody who visited. It was fun.
How'd that go?
Saw lots of people, lots of cosplays. Really cool art. I got my obligatory I can show you. My obligatory Wesker drawing from somebody.
Ooh,
He's my boy. Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
And oh, I shouldn't show you other people's art. I make stuff like this. That's what I do. I made loaves.
Wait, is that a pug or a potato?
Who knows, really?
Potato pug.
It's
Yes.
a pug
Yes, it
potato.
They're loaves.
Potato.
They're
Oh my
loafing.
God. I haven't
That's
actually
act-
seen
that's actually
all of
super
the
cute.
loaves.
The loaf.
They're everybody's loafing. Yep.
Loafing
That's
around.
cute.
Do you have any ginger cat loafs? Because my ginger cat loafs all the time.
Yeah, it's even a ginger cat.
That's cute.
Gingers are the best. Can't confirm.
That's about it.
Cryptic.
Hello, I am Nathan, or Cryptic, or Crep, or Dracon, who I play in this game. I am a human wizard. I like magical items, looting stuff, being super investigaty, and yeah, I stream on Twitch at Cryptic sometimes. Most of the time, kinda. I play a variety of games. Currently playing through Little Nightmares 2, which I should have completed, and I haven't. Sekiro, Demon Souls, and Subnautica, because I can't finish a game before starting a new one, because I'm a terrible
Well,
person.
that's just not how games work. Who finishes
No.
the game?
My Steam
But yeah.
library can attest to that.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Same. So yeah, just if you click this link right here, hang on.
Wait for it.
Right.
Where is
You
it?
will, you will see all the links pertaining to the people in this here D&D session,
Look at that. 2
and one
links.
who's missing.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Saraha, who's definitely here. I feel like that's gonna be Ava.
She's making a face. Don't you see that?
I would like to attest that I told McKnighty that he gets to do it today.
Ah, I was unaware.
I said this in Discord and no one answered except Ava saying you have to do it because you came up with it.
That's on brand. All right, well, definitely Saraha.
Hello, guys. I'm Saraha.
That's her new name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stream here. I have cute
Animal butts that come on stream.
I have cute. Full stop.
I don't know.
I'm like totally awesome and like stream amazing games. And you could find me at what's your thing?
Oh, Saraha
Saraha.
on Twitch.
And I'm just really looking forward to play this game today. Oh yeah, find me on Twitch. 'Cause cool.
Well, definitely Saraha. Who do you play in today's game?
I have a little thing with my throat. I play
Alright.
Nova Cree, the College Star Druid,
Thank you.
and I have one arm.
True.
That
Maybe
is
not
a
for
true
long.
statement.
Very
I
true.
think you've made sure that Thrithill's never getting healed again.
That ought to do it, yeah.
True statement right there.
McKnighty, who definitely hasn't introduced himself yet.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm McKnighty. I play Twentyeighth the Elf. I don't stream anywhere. You might be lucky enough to catch me every now and then in some of these amazing streamers' streams. I am super awesome, super funny, and just excited to play because we missed out last week, and I want to play some D&D.
Hell yeah. Who do you play today?
Twentyeighth. Did I not say that? Did it cut out? Twentyeighth,
Did I miss that?
No.
Elf.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
say
you
that.
missed
Yeah.
that. He
Oh.
said it.
Shit. I was thinking about things, I guess.
Thinking about that sexy Saraha voice.
Think
I
about
feel you
horse
on the
mafia.
thinking about things, but
You know.
Oh yeah, as
Horse
Saraha, I
things.
forgot to mention that the horse are trying to kill me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a crucial part of her character's integral storytelling.
It is
Thank
now.
you. I am the apparently inattentive dungeon master for today's game. I'm Askell Archer. I will be playing all of the NPCs, the horses, various assorted puddings, jellies, gelatinous polygon shapes. I will also play the bad guys, any potential allies in town, maybe a pirate or two. You never know. Honestly, it could be anything. I will also be taking the adventure text and converting it into a playable format for our players and kind of reacting to their decisions to bring the story to life. When I'm not DMing here on Route 66, I am on my own Twitch channel, and I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and though I am like 30 hours deep into the game now, I have only done like 3 story quests. Please don't judge me.
ever.
That's us. So you chat, if you want to be involved in what is happening in the game today, you can do that by spending your gold pieces on chat's blessings, which go into a pool over about down there somewhere. Come on, camera, work.
That
There
direction.
we go. That way. You can kind of see it over there on the right side of the screen.
That direction.
That's the one, thank you. Our players can spend those at a 1-for-1 ratio to give themselves +1 or -1 on any d20 roll, or to give me +1 or -1 on any d20 roll, and they, of course, are cumulative. You can also save up and spend a whole boatload of your gold pieces to buy inspiration, which will go to whichever player is kind of active and in need in the moment. So, with that said, shall
Question.
we... Uh-oh, what's up?
I have an inspiration.
Me too.
Can I
Same.
use that to cure one of E3's exhaustions? Because my brother has like 3 left, man.
2.
I'll allow it. Yeah, if you want to spend inspiration, I will reduce his exhaustion by 1.
So here's the thing: I would do that with my own if that's a possibility, but I'm now fighting fit. I just can't move very fast. So it depends if we think it's important.
Okay, I'll save it till the need arises, if it arises. Then.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what? I will spend mine to get so that I lose 2 levels this night. If
Yeah,
that is
okay, so you're back down to stage 1 exhaustion.
Yeah. So I still got a little bit, but
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, I'm no longer half speed because I think that was gonna mess us up.
Probably. Okay. So before I get into the details of, the morning and how that works, let's talk about what happened last time and who you guys are in general as a party. So I believe you've officially taken the name the Valkyrie.
Hi.
And you are a group of adventuring, we'll call you heroes at this point. You've been operating in the country of Saragarda, in particular around the local village of Hummelbeck. You shut down some bandits that were operating in the area, taking their leader prisoner, and also captured a number of spies in the town who were reporting to the malevolent faction, the Temple of Elemental Sin. These cultists should have been wiped out 10 years ago in a great battle called the Battle of Emerdy Meadow. Apparently they have survived and are possibly bringing about the return of their demon queen, and seem to be connected with the demigod Ayuz. You know that the temple is reawakening, and the community of Noct at the edge of the woods is your next point of interest in finding out what these cultists are up to and maybe stopping them for good. On the road to Noct, you decided to explore Emerdy Meadow itself a little bit, in spite of some cautionary warnings you were given not to go into Emerdy Meadow. You found it to be quite haunted. You received over the course of more or less all day a number of glimpses of the battle 10 years prior, in which you saw both the forces of the temple and of Saragarda enduring horrible, nightmarish combat, which included a lot of very powerful magic and literal gods on the field. You struggled with some of these visions. Junko, aged by 10 years, E3 had a great deal of his very life force sucked out of him. You saw horrible things, and in fact, Junko and Korra even both saw at one point the same vision that seemed different from the rest and interacted with them and sort of gave away the game a little bit, suggesting that these were illusions and that if you hardened your will, you could pierce them. In so doing, you found that there was a group of mysterious haunted lights that were following after you, and after a brief combat, you decided to depart Emerdy Meadow. You were able to escape with very little incident, finding your way back to the road in spite of the cursed landscape playing on your senses. And over the rest of the evening, you continued toward Noct and finally made shelter in a very shallow cave. The cave goes deeper, but you opted not to follow the crevice inside, at least not yet, because you were weary, very spent, and you believed that a strange, monstrous creature called a black pudding dwelled within. You kept a watch during the night, though how useful it was without any light or heat, and no one who could see in the dark, was questionable. But the sun has at last risen, and that's where we are going to pick up today.
Before we pick up, I have one further question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still raining?
No. It has finally stopped.
Yay.
Second question. Is the mule still there? Or horse, or I forgot
No,
what
it was a mule. You guys got a mule.
It was a mule.
Yes, it is.
My hobbles worked. Yes.
I don't know. Not that one. Let's go with something a little more interior.
A3 is definitely not going to be first to wake up today.
I want to go back to those horses. They were mean.
What horses? The ones at the stable?
Yeah.
They were mean. They're trying to kill Nova. How more mean
Yeah,
can
they
they
was
not
only
be?
they was only mean to her, so that's fine.
Before we get into it, I do want to let you guys know I have updated your handouts, and I know I mentioned this in our group chat, but I just want to reiterate, because this is a pretty substantial note for the world. I wanted to mention that, number one, there is a dedicated calendar. It is based on our own. The months and the days are more or less the same layout, just different names. But otherwise,
My God.
you have a handout. You can thank Saraha for this. Number two, and to me, more importantly, is a note about the moons of this setting. There are 3. I made some brief notes. Anything beyond this would be something that you'd have to knowledge check on for interested parties. There's more coming, and if anyone wants to adjust class to account for the new mechanics, that is fine. But in particular, the 3 moons have an effect on magic. Depending on the alignment of the moons, they can empower or weaken certain magic that is built upon them. And I was going to create a custom school of wizard, some updates for a few other miscellaneous classes, and possibly a custom full class based around it. I haven't decided on that one yet, but I wanted you guys just to be aware. In particular, Dracon, if you were interested in the Lunar School of Magic, it will be available to you when it's finished. Without
All right,
penalty
I'm
to you.
interested. I'll have a look.
Okay. Talk to me probably during the break, and I will give you a little more detail on it. But the basic gist
sir.
for our viewers is that there are 3 moons, all 3 of which are known to everybody. The Guardian, which is the closest and takes about 36 days, and is a golden moon. There is the Sleeper, a smaller, more distant platinum moon that takes about 28 days to complete its circuit. And then there is a 3rd moon called the Lost that is pretty hard to find. It is a dark moon. You can only really find it if you know where it is, or if you're like tracking it. Scholars sometimes keep track of it. Otherwise, you have to have a hella sharp eye to spot it in the night sky. Again, dark moon. And that one is called the Lost. I don't know if I said that. So, the moon. Is that the proper name of each of these moons? No, they have. There's more detail about them, but I figured, not if your characters aren't interested in that kind of thing, it wouldn't just necessarily be public knowledge. Like, what is Earth's moon actually called? Some people know, some people don't.
The moon.
You mean it's not called the moon and made of cheese?
No, surprisingly. Anyway, I just wanted to add that since this is a pretty substantial piece
all
of
been
world
a lie.
building, and it would be something that, like, periodically you would just see 2 moons in the sky near each other, a gold and a platinum moon. That seemed like something you might want to know for visualization purposes. But,
Question.
Sounds good.
So what would you say today's date is? The month of Leona?
now that's a fantastic question. So,
Date
Well-
10?
We are in Leona, and we are getting very close to the solstice. So I would say it's probably about the 18th of Leona.
Fodder Day.
Getting close to
So
the
if-
summer solstice.
Nice, okay, I need to mark that down somewhere, that it is the 18th today.
If I was to say that my birth was the same as my IRL one, then my birthday's past. Sag.
We can absolutely, I mean, yeah, let me know and I will add anything that you guys want added to the calendar. If you don't want it to be public knowledge, you can obviously talk to me in private and I will make a note of it. Well, Just wanted to make sure everyone saw these. Okay, so that said, you're awoken by, well, most of you would be awoken by the loud, rasping cry of some kind of plains bird sitting on top of the hill that this cave is set into. Junko.
Wait, no. Goddamn.
You find that you are feeling a little more spry today than you were in the evening.
Like limber, no more.
Your joints
here?
aren't popping when you stand up.
Oof.
Okay.
I mean,
so
she only aged 10 years. Not like.
Yeah, but like if that takes you from like 25 to 35, you're really gonna feel those 10 years.
That's
That's
very
true.
true.
Trust.
That's
True,
very true.
33. Thank you very much.
I was just
Also-
taking a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Also, age, that much age in one moment is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get this woman some milk or something to help her.
E3, you also find that a good night's rest did wonders on you. Somehow, you managed to avoid nightmares in spite of the things you saw the previous day, and you awaken just very refreshed. A little sore, hence your 1 level of exhaustion, but
Yes.
so much better than you were. What would you guys like to do?
A bit brain tired, I think, if he would be.
I think I just spotted some breakfast. And I go out and shoot at the chicken or whatever bird it is. Shut it up and eat it.
Go ahead and make
Isn't it-
a survival check for me.
Oh no. First roll of the game, guys.
What could go wrong?
It's a 19
No.
for a total of 21.
No problem. All right, yeah, Thrithiel's gone for all of 15 minutes before he returns with not 1, but 3 dangling birds, enough to feed all of you guys some
It is
decent,
breakfast time.
The birds aren't very big, I should add.
Perhaps we should make a fire now.
Well, we didn't last night because of puddings. Are they? I don't know much about them myself. Are they nocturnal or?
Why would they need to sleep?
Why would they what?
Need
to sleep?
Forgot if I rolled
Um,
good for check.
No, I did, and I don't know if from my roll would they be nocturnal? Would they come out of the cave in the daytime, Tim? Would I know that?
Do you happen
You
to
found
remember? Was that your Arcana check of 22? Is that the
Yeah.
identify?
Yes, I believe
He rolled
so.
really good for it. That's all I
Okay.
remember.
You would know that they don't really sleep. They're
Okay.
active at all times of day. Or rather, they are inactive when there's nothing near, and they are active when they can sense something to eat.
Okay.
If you want to cook this, maybe we should move away from the cave, find a spot and do it there.
Or we use the fire as a bait.
I should also note, by the way, you know that them being an ooze, which is a very close offshoot of like a mold, they don't like bright light. Like sunlight.
Okay. So they wouldn't come out.
Do I recall you saying there was a tree close by to the cave?
Yeah, not like a flourishing leafy tree, kind of dead, and
Desert-like.
I wouldn't go that far, but like a what do you call it? Like a Badlands tree.
I will go to this tree and start a fire there. And make breakfast. I go collect little branches that are on the floor and just make a bonfire.
Yeah, you have all the resources you need. You've already rolled your survival. You can throw some breakfast together, no problem.
Gotta pluck these birds. Ha!
How did everyone sleep?
I dreamed about snakes.
Is that a good thing?
No. I think I gotta tell you guys something.
Yeah, I'm 30.
I think I'm a snake princess. And I don't want to
What?
be a snake princess.
Dracon's gonna like cock his head at that, like what?
Junko
What,
is like
She looks
laughing,
teary-eyed.
but her mask is hiding the like sheer enjoyment that she's getting out of this.
That will need a little bit more explanation. A specific snake? Snakes in general? Is there a queen?
There was a big snake. It called me a princess. Junko saw it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It was emerald green.
Huh?
But-
And big. It was really big.
It bit me.
It bit her, see?
But just because a snake thinks you're a princess doesn't mean you're a princess of snakes,
Yes.
right?
You don't think so?
I don't know. I've never had a snake think I was a princess, but I get the feeling that there's more to it than.
I hope so, because I don't want to be a snake or a snake princess.
Why not?
Because I like having legs and arms.
But what if you can like get snakes to do your bidding? That would be cool.
I guess. What would I have them do though?
Catch fit? I don't know.
Maybe you are like Miss Novacree and you can turn into animals and then you would still have your legs. Maybe.
You mean like the top half is snake and then the legs?
Have you seen like geckos? They're kind of like that, I think.
Oh.
They're like
I haven't. No.
Weirdest
if-
geckos ever.
If your top half was a snake and you had legs, that would be really hard to balance, wouldn't it?
Junko will shrug.
I don't know. I don't want that either though. I don't
Fine.
want to be half and half either. I just want to be me, like I am now.
Would I know if there was such thing in the world as like snake men? Because I'm pretty sure there is, but
Make an
would I know
Arcana
that in
check.
game?
Let's find
And
out
does
what
she
you know.
sell? Does she sell
25.
carriage insurance?
Dracon, yes. You know that particularly in the nation of Taluna Sincere, which is across the ocean to the east of Saragarda, you know that there was once an empire that spanned that entire country and much of the desert that was made up of a race of beings called Yanti. They are serpent folk to the common tongue. They were pretty objectively horrid. They were big into human sacrifice, and I say human because they were not human. They saw humans as a nice livestock to sacrifice to their serpent gods. They were nasty. They had powerful arcane magic. They're considered extinct. They no longer exist today.
Okay.
But they did exist. And there are some who speculate that they're still out there deep in their hidden cities within the jungles.
Miss Cora, I don't suppose you are from Taluna Sincere, right? You are from Saragarda?
That's the east, right? No.
Yes.
From Saragarda. I told you I was from Vigormount, like you.
Yes, I just weren't sure. Maybe you was adopted because I just tapped into my head and it would seem there is snake men over there, and if you was possibly a snake princess, maybe it's something to do with that, and maybe you will turn into a snake.
Oh no!
Junko's like eating the bird, having her nice tea, like just living in this moment right now.
I am an orphan. I don't know who my parents are. What if they were snakes?
Oh, this could be bad, Miss Cora. I don't know what's.
What do I do?
That's
I shouldn't eat that bird. Snakes eat birds.
There is one thing. They are supposedly very evil, and I don't believe you are that. So
I'm just sitting cross-legged like a drumstick, just going back and forth in excitement, trying to listen to everything.
I'm sure you'll be fine, but maybe the princess thing is something to look into, Miss Cora.
I have a question. Have you ever met a snake that talked to you when we weren't in a field that gave us visions?
No.
Maybe it's not something to worry about yet.
Yeah, but Junko saw it.
I did see it.
Yeah, but we also all saw a path that was showing us the wrong direction.
Not me,
Maybe-
I knew the right way.
Yeah, but
yeah, but
why would it call me a princess and tell me that the illusions were illusions?
I
It also called
I-
us naive, and we need to be
I have a
mentally,
theory.
strong.
It was kind of insulting, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a princess, maybe your father, if they are a king, maybe they had some way of trying to protect you, and that was their way of doing so.
Maybe.
Telling you it was illusions, and
So next time if I see it again, should I just ask it? Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Call
are you my dad or my
Call
mom?
it Daddy and see what happens.
I don't think I should do that.
I wouldn't call it daddy. That's kind of weird, peripheral, but each to their own, I suppose.
I'll say, Papa, are you my papa?
I
what are
don't
daddy
think
snakes called?
that is.
Would I know what they are called?
I don't know what they're called.
What's the question?
What are daddy snakes called?
I asked what daddy snakes are called. It wasn't.
Oh,
a
they're not
serious
called anything in
meaning.
particular, I don't think.
Yeah.
Bob the snake. There you go.
I just mean maybe don't panic about the snake thing so hurriedly. Like, so when Puck turns up and he chats to me, he doesn't turn up. I do. Wait. So he looks like me, but he's definitely not me. So it's not like I'm my own god. He's not my god either. It's very confusing, but I just mean it doesn't necessarily mean it was an actual snake. That
Now I
might
have-
have just been a thing.
Okay.
I have 2 drumsticks now.
Oh, it also, when it disappeared, it went poof into leaves. Mistletoe leaves.
So
will
so
not.
maybe you're the princess of mistletoe leaves.
Does
What does mistletoe mean where you come from, Ithri?
It's all I know about mistletoe is that druids like it.
Oh,
It's like precious isn't the right word. It has deep roots within nature, figuratively, not literally. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they also have deep roots literally.
it's a little different
That's
in
all I know.
Saragarda. There's kind of a weird tradition, but we don't need to get into that. But yeah, I
yes,
just
we
wanted
definitely don't know.
I wanted to tell I wanted to tell you about the snake thing. So, also, I forgot my bucket back in Hummel Bank.
We could find a puddle.
I don't want to use a puddle. Do you think I'm okay just to leave it as it is? It's like platinum.
Looks
You know.
good.
Yes, it looks
If
fine.
If you feel like hiding it when we get to Noct, then just
Just
use
don't
your
want to
hood.
draw attention, you know.
On that note,
Thank-
Junko's hair has grown back to its full length and is a radiant. What color? It's gold, right?
Gold and black,
Gold and black.
Both.
primarily.
I have a
black.
question.
Hmm?
With my vast knowledge of the world, history, and arcana, would
Brag about
mistletoe,
it.
or
Humble
would there
brag.
be, would I know anything about the significance of mistletoe in Saragarda specifically?
So this is definitely an intelligence check. You can add proficiency for either nature or history or religion to it.
How does that work?
If you are proficient in any of those skills, you would roll that.
I am proficient in religion,
So,
so should I?
At the end of the day,
roll religion?
really what you're just doing is making an intelligence check with proficiency. The details beyond, like
Okay.
you have the proficiency in this. If that makes sense to you.
Kinda, but not really. But let's just
Natural
say yeah.
20. All right, so you
Nice.
know of a few different traditions. You know that some of the old gods of Saragarda were particularly affiliated with mistletoe. These are referred to as the Olympian gods.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, I don't remember their name.
Get your stuff up, Tim. Come on.
I just remembered something else Ithri would know about mistletoe, but you go first.
Tim has to
Um,
find it, so you might as well go.
Yeah, you
Ashley,
go ahead.
Ashley's going to have to DM me and tell me what her theory is on mistletoe, so I also know this weird thing.
It was just the traditional mistletoe, like you kiss under mistletoe thing. I was just making it up.
Oh, I thought you was making it weirder.
Nope.
No, tradition is used to find a snake and you hang it and then you kiss the snake.
Ah,
and
that's
become a
not
snake
it.
princess.
Is
Damn.
that what you do as elves? You
Oh, that was me
hang
outside
snakes?
character saying that.
Nope, it's character now.
Nope, too late. Canon.
Okay.
Elves are violent.
There is one other thing I
Very
could mention
sexual
about
thing.
mistletoe, but it's very specific to dwarves. I don't know if it's relevant,
What
but
is it?
so a mistletoe arrow was the only thing that was able to kill the god Hodor.
Hodor?
Hodor.
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 It wasn't
Hodor.
him. Because it's complicated. I don't know that you're now the princess of arrows that kill gods, though.
Seems really specific.
Yeah.
Hearing
Where
this,
would a snake come in?
Dracon, you can actually add to that because you are familiar with the story E3 is referring to. And I feel like this is Apex Dracon, hearing E3 talk about his own faith and Dracon well actuallying him about it. You know
Yeah,
that
sure.
it was Hodor was the one who committed the murder, and he
Oh,
was
that was it,
murdering
yeah.
his twin brother Balder.
Yeah, it was
At
Ball.
the
It was in God
behest-
of War, right?
At the behest
Balder.
of the Norse god, of the dwarven god Loki. That is in dwarven mythology, and that's more from like Himnheim and the North. You know that in Saragarda, mistletoe has a number of connections, ranging from the god Aeneas from the Olympian pantheon to a
Yeah.
great deal of druidic applications. In fact, Nova uses it in a lot of the castings of her spells, though it is also used in conjunction with Holly in the druidic faith. It is largely associated with fertility. Pretty much everyone except the dwarves sees it as something relating to fertility.
Cora's about to have a baby.
What?
You're gonna birth a snake, bro.
No, what?
That's weird.
No.
You're gonna
I
start the new race of the serpent folk. Oh no.
I don't like this.
Is there anything else, Tim?
I mean, honestly, if you want to look up mistletoe cultural references and Wikipedia, all of that is more or less spot on.
Okay.
Beyond that, no, that's the gist of the important. The biggest uses of mistletoe are with the druidic faith, the Olympian faith, and the dwarven faith.
Okay.
All three of which, I will note, though, are related to faith and religion.
Yeah. Were you gonna say something, Kava?
No, just I'm going to start collecting leaves and try and find as dry branches as I can. I'm gonna try and smoke out this ooze.
I would say there should be enough from the... There's only really one tree in the area, but I would say, given that Therithiel was already knocking bits of wood off of it, you can just pick up some of the leftovers and use that pretty easily.
So, before you start that, here's the thing. Oozes damage equipment a lot. So, we need to, like, not...
Do you want us to get naked?
Cora blushes fiercely.
I started doing my cape.
So,
Draken's already naked.
it was
Dracon
more...
just goes like this.
It was more that your weapons will be ineffective at... Well, maybe not ineffective, but they'll take damage from it.
So I shouldn't punch it.
I mean, I don't know how it affects. I guess it would damage you, but you'll get repaired.
I imagine if you was to hit it with your fists, you would take some sort of acidic damage.
But
just attack it with range is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, like arrows you don't mind losing, that's fine. I'm not taking my hammer near it.
Arrows.
Did you keep
magic.
your old hammer?
Yeah, I've got my maul and I've got my
Well,
warhammer and
Can
my
we
shield.
like lead it into a trap or something?
I'm
Like-
sure with its
A
corrosiveness.
pit of spikes or I don't know.
I don't
I
have
believe-
a bit of spikes.
Does anybody
got-
have baking
I've got-
soda?
I've got a bear trap.
Does anyone have salt?
Yeah, or salt.
Mm.
I bet it
This
doesn't
chicken
like
is-
that.
Let's try.
I believe with the fact that they can attach themselves to surfaces, the spike trap wouldn't be very effective. We could lure it. It likes heat, fire. But
If we put a fire outside the cave entrance, perhaps that could lure him outside.
They
It
won't
is,
come out if there is sun.
yes, it is not like the bright light.
Wait, why are we? You need You need something. that this
I
thing
need.
has?
I would like, if possible. It's not. So this isn't like urgent, and if it's dangerous, we can. There's other options. But in order to repurpose Laris armor to an armor that I can wear effectively, I need some oil from a black pudding.
So, Tim,
Mm-hmm.
upon hearing that my weapons can get fucked up, is there a nice thick stick for, say, bludgeoning damage?
Make a perception check.
Do you not
Okay.
have a bow?
He wants to
I
smack
like
you
She
my
has
with
about
arrows.
four. She has about 400 weapons.
I can lend you some arrows if you'd like.
She just like opens the trench coat and there's just everything hanging from
You
her
said
trench coat.
perception?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's doing the laggy thing again.
Right.
6.
6. So you find a large, thick stick.
I'm
That's a
going
nice
to do
stick.
I
do
don't
a
like the way
couple
that
swings
sounds.
to see if it. Do a couple swings, see if it breaks.
So good news is that you have it. Bad news, it's the only stick that you can find that's even remotely weapon-like. Worse news, you suspect that on a roll of 15 to 20, it'll break.
If 3 hands over a javelin.
You can't.
Do you
That's
have like
better
a
than
way
thick.
to harvest the oil or something to put it in? Isn't it acidic?
We need a glass bottle. Potion bottles should be able to contain.
Oh, I have old ink bottles. I have like 10.
Oh, nice.
How-
Yeah.
How does one extract the oil from it? Do we milk it?
I don't know if Ithri's ever done that. Because I think
Search
he's
for
always
it.
just been handed it.
I just want to make sure we know what we're doing so we don't like burn our hands off or something.
I'm willing to. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm willing to do the burning of hands in order to try this. I don't want to risk anyone else's hands.
Nova, do you have any fire spells?
She had create bonfire.
She almost certainly does. I don't actually know if she re-prepared her spells for today or not, but I will say if she didn't, she has prepared one. Yes.
I have fire.
I do have bonfire. Damn, I can't even make a voice anymore.
That's for the best.
Wow. That hurts.
Tim,
True, though.
knowing
True.
that the pudding is susceptible to light, would it have to be? Would I know any spells that would affect it? Like, would make it recoil and not
Like,
No.
moon.
You would know that, magically speaking, it would take extremely powerful divine magic, like something that can actually replicate true sunlight. Otherwise, like radiant damage will damage it, sure. But if you want to drive it back, you would need sunlight. And not daylight, I mean sunlight.
Yep, cool.
Miss Junko, you said you wanted to try and smoke it out. I have this spell. It's dancing lights, and I can use all of the orbs that I produce to form a humanoid body. Maybe we could send that close to it, and
It would know,
Maybe-
would it not?
That produce heat?
I
Then
don't
would
think they are
attract it
very
to heat.
smart.
But
That's
the
very true.
vibrations in the ground.
I'm
That's what you said
pretty,
last time.
It's a
Or
floating
E3.
thing.
I'm pretty agile. I might go to the cave entrance, take a peek inside, make some loud bangs as Cryptic does its magic, and then retreat back to here.
Who's Cryptic?
Dracon makes his magic. I ran out of coffee, guys. I'm sorry.
Also, they won't damage any magic weapons or armor. So, and then if he starts putting on Lareth's big plate stuff, which gives me disadvantage to stealth. But at this point,
Question is, will they come this far out of the cave?
I believe we have to go inside, unless Miss Junko's smoking method lures it out. But
Well, if
We
it
won't know
can't
until we try.
breathe, smoking I don't think would work.
I don't think it has lungs per se.
I want to. Well, they're gonna feel the vibrations if I try to sneak up there. But we didn't peek inside last time, did we? Did we see how wide it is inside? 'Cause I remember
did
you said it
not.
was a narrow entrance, but does it? Well, I guess I have to go look.
I think you actually said it was like 3 feet wide-ish.
That's just like the passage.
Yeah, but that's just
Yeah.
to get like into the cave.
Oh right, okay.
I will, assuming I have good vision, because elf and night vision. Try to stealth. Well, stealth won't do anything. I walk up carefully to that entrance and take a peek inside, looking all around, make sure nothing falls on me.
And you have dark vision, yes?
I do have dark vision. Yes, it's only up to 60 feet, I believe.
Wait,
Yes.
I can do a light cantrip. I get a little pebble and I offer it.
I gladly take it. Thank you, Miss Junko.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, hey, wait. She grabs another pebble. I can do that too. Here you go. She'll cast light on it and give it to you too.
Thank you, Miss Cora. Now I have 2 lights. Okay.
Well, you
Would
could
you
you
like
could
more-
toss one in further and hold on to the other one.
Ithri's like holding up 8 torches, like.
I only have 2
I have-
hands.
I'll do dancing lights. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Would you like more lights?
Now I'm
For
just
your
It
lights?
is
blind.
more lights.
Be able to see it now.
9 candles.
Perhaps hold
A
off
fireball.
on the lights, Master Drake, until I actually get a peek inside.
No problem.
So I have my fist on the rocks and walk up to the cave and hide him behind me just so I could peek inside without any light source.
Okay. So you won't be able to see. You'll have to like squeeze through this crevice like a few feet in order to get into the cave proper to actually see anything. It's a little tight. You do have to turn sideways and kind of sidle a little bit to fit. You don't think it'll be a problem for anyone but E3, who might have to really like suck in the gut and maybe put a little butter on the front of his armor.
Oh, I got butter.
We got fat from the birds. It's fine.
There you go. But as soon as you squeeze out the rest of this crack, you find it is pitch dark and more open, like wide open. And the crack, by the way, it was at a downward slant as you squeeze through here. The air is cool and damp. You can see a couple of stalagmites which rise from the ground, mostly just along the walls. And there's bits of lighter colored stone that kind of bulge out from the walls on both sides as the cave splits wide open as far as your dark vision can see. Just at the edge of your vision straight ahead of you, you can see that the wall kind of returns back almost like an oval shape, and you're coming out at one of the long sides of the oval
edge. Okay.
But only half of the opposite wall is filled. The rest is just open, and where the wall kind of comes to an end, you can see it's almost like a triangular formation. So as the wall ends, there's then another row, maybe 20 feet long, of just stalagmites of different length and stalactites from the ceiling, all growing into a dense rock foresty formation.
Do I hear or smell anything?
Make a perception check.
Five.
No. It's very eerily silent here. No sounds of like insects, no bats, and there's a chill. The underground air blows an Arctic draft past you.
I grab the stone that Corey gave me, and I try to throw it just to the edge of my my line of sight, kind of where my 60 feet range ends. Kind of in that.
Make a dexterity check for me. You just kind of.
21.
The rock clatters across the smooth, even floor. And by the way, you can see while the floor is smooth and even, it's also like at a hint of a descent. You get the impression this cave probably goes pretty deep and it goes downward. But as it rolls across the floor toward the rock or the stalagmite forest, you can see that there's a liquid kind of dripping from some of the stalagmites in that formation. A very dark liquid.
Do I hear it and visually see it as well, or just
you can see it? There's nothing really to hear. It's just sort of like a little bit of moisture and fluid draining down the sides of those stalagmites, seeping between them.
I grab the other rock that Jinko gave me and I throw it. If I threw that one straight ahead, I want to throw it at a right angle.
Mm-hmm.
And I chuck it also out there. Try to do it again to the 60-foot line.
Let me do this. This will probably make it easier for you to visualize.
We getting a map?
You sure are.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's never a good sign.
It is when we gotta get something we want.
That means there's definitely none in
skeleton.
here.
Does that
I
help?
agree.
Gotcha. Okay, great. And
So-
this 60 feet is...
So the first light that you threw is like right here. And you can see that there's that dark,
That's
trickling fluid kind of in here.
I would like to throw the second one in this corner. Just since I can't see that far, just blindly throw it that direction.
Which corner?
Here, am I not pinging it? Ping.
I'm not seeing it.
At the
It's on the
top
door.
for the bend.
Oh, I see. Your vision is 60 feet, yes?
Yeah, that's why I just blindly.
So you're just throwing it in
chuck
that general direction.
Correct.
Okay. Definitely make a dexterity check now. This is going to be a little... I mean, they're not big rocks, so this will take a little bit of oomph.
21.
Okay. A little bit of oomph it is. You give this a stronger toss. It lands about here and then rolls the rest of the way to about here, illuminating this whole area, where you can just see shadows. Nothing moving. The cave appears abandoned, but oddly smooth. Everything is smooth, and you can't miss just the dripping moisture on some of the walls.
I look back at my surroundings, make sure there's nothing coming nearby to me, and then I back away and rejoin the group.
Okay. All right, back out of the cave. You rejoin the others.
Ithri's made 2 piles of equipment, one that's a keeper and one that's disposable.
What did you see down there for reveal?
It appears to be a quite large cave network. It slopes downhill. It is very dark. I've managed to see that kind of at the edge. There is this almost grove of stalactites and stalagmites. They come together maybe like a wall. I didn't see anything besides some dripping water. It looks abandoned.
Do you think it's safe for us to enter and move in further?
Perhaps, yes, if we are careful. The entrance is very narrow. It would be hazardous if we need to escape rapidly. It is quite a good choking point.
So, if that's the case, is it worth the risk?
You are the one who needs the oil. We are with you if you tell us. I mean, I don't mind fighting it.
Well, and I don't know, I don't want to persuade you a particular way, but this armor is worth quite a lot in its current state.
Are you trying to use money to persuade me?
I just saying it can be put to use without me wearing it. I'd like to repurpose it, but I could also just make myself a fresh set. So it's not.
It seems you have been wanting to make this change for quite a while, though. So
it's true.
I'm always down for an adventure.
This is what. Well, we're not here for this specific thing, but I don't mind. There could be something else down there. There could be more treasure.
Shall I take it?
I like treasure.
The cave did appear to keep on going beyond my sight. It kind of had a slight angle downwards. And something of note that I found was the walls were very...
We are already here, so let's go.
Okay.
They appeared very smooth.
Ithri starts greasing himself up.
Do you need a hand? I'll
start rubbing
if
grease
you can
on
do
him
my
as well.
butt, that'd be lovely.
I will do.
Wait, are we actually getting naked? Are we actually...
No. I'm still got my clothes on.
Jesus, Riffiel, this is the place for this.
Actually, this is plate armor, so I'm guessing this is like a full suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, oil the butt.
Also, just a note, plate armor includes a full set of chainmail under it.
You're gonna make so much noise.
The more you know.
Not that we need to be stealthy or anything, but...
Yeah. I'll be the bait.
Stealth isn't an option here.
I mean, when you're full of chicken fat, that's a good bait right there. Start greasing up some more.
Well, if you guys want to position your tokens in some kind of a formation.
Does anyone want a javelin?
We have... Who else has Dark Vision?
Cora, you need to heal on roll 20. As we enter, I will... I am going to cast dancing lights, and I can move them to within a range of 120 feet.
Try to have the lights
so,
surrounding us, Master Dracon, so we can kind of see our surroundings.
well, I'm going to dot them so they can be within 20 feet of each other. So we'll have one like above us, and then 120 feet from there, going in a line. I was going to put one like closer to this side as well. And also look up at the ceiling, Tim.
Yeah, I forgot to ask, how tall is the cave? Like, could we see the ceiling?
Yes, it's not very tall at all.
Okay.
I'm looking for my light token.
Yeah, I remember
if you want to give me control of 4 of those, I'll plonk them out.
Oh, here we go. Casters FX. Oh my god, I have so many.
Little flaming spheres would do this.
shiny.
Well, they have to be within 10 feet of each other, right? So they do.
No, 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. Well, let's do
Yes.
this. How's that?
I was gonna like line them, so it could
Everybody's
be
a
like,
They look like Dragon Balls.
well, it covers more area then.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yes, sure. And I can move them willy-nilly, so let's just pretend that I can move them to whatever position I would like. Unless you give me control.
This is easier and faster for now.
Okay.
Technically,
would
this one should be...
Can I look up at the ceiling in the area we're in?
Yes. Looking up at the ceiling, which is only about 12 feet high, you can see rock. There's a few bumps where stalactites are beginning to form, but for the most part, the bigger stalactites are near the central portion.
Okay.
I am.
I'm going to move this
Go
a
ahead.
little lower so we can justify why you guys can see where you're
I
at
don't-
as well.
I don't recall if Nova has dark vision, but
I can-
Nova, perhaps stay in the middle of the group as best as you can.
No,
I
I
do
don't think
not have
Nova
dark
has dark
vision.
vision.
Is there a way I can send you her profile?
Really?
No, I'm on her profile. I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. Oh, sweet.
Nova, what?
Maybe she has a spell for it.
I think she can shapeshift. I'm not seeing anything. Where would that be on here?
If-
Features and traits.
Features and traits. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm guessing.
It
Uh,
should be towards the bottom of it if it's
Yeah,
a racial
racial.
trait.
I'm looking at racial traits. No,
Dark
no
vision, yeah.
dark vision.
for me, it's at the top of racial traits. So.
She can wild shape into something with dark vision.
It's
I
probably
think that
best to
might
have
be best.
spells.
I don't
Isn't
know
it?
what animal she has.
Yeah, I don't know. Could she
Well,
become
it was-
echolocation?
She was
I mean, we do
direwolf
have
last
light.
session, so
We do have light, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, for now, I'm gonna hold off on spending her abilities for that. Especially since if she wild shapes, she won't be able to touch it without touching it, and you mentioned acid, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to meta game, but I think spells would be better. Is everybody ready?
I am ready.
No.
I will. No.
Keep your eyes open. Look all about you,
Do you want me to try and
even
draw
the
them out?
ceiling. Perhaps if you go to the center of the room here, dance about, it might attract them.
Ithri is going to walk forward slowly. He's holding a javelin and a light hammer, and he's smashing the side of the javelin into his chest, going, "Come on, you oily gits, come and get some."
Gets.
If
I
he's doing
do
that,
have
I
my-
am moving.
okay.
I do have my
Just,
bow and
just
arrow
slowly
ready.
moving forwards.
Yeah, go ahead and position yourselves like wherever you want in the scope of this cave, I guess. Like where you're moving to.
I think Ithri would first try and get this whole area. Hang on, let me do this whole area here to sort of figure out if there's any in this entrance bit.
Okay, make a perception check.
Just wander backwards and forwards. I can do that, but I think, let me just check. I think I do that with disadvantage. Ability checks, right?
Yep, it would be disadvantage.
Cool.
Can I be on the lookout as well for any
Yeah.
critters?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Oh,
18 with disadvantage.
18.
Nice.
Let me just check something. Okay.
Drink
Yeah,
to that.
you can see what Therithia was talking about. You can see the liquid in the middle of the stalagmite forest over here. And what you notice is it's not water. It's a little too thick. That's just kind of flowing between some of the crags and stalagmites over here. And you notice that as you're approaching, it's almost starting to flow outward to meet you, and you realize that is very black liquid. And then it kind of dawns on you, oh, that's it.
It's chocolate ice cream.
Ice front.
I'm going to have
Oh.
everyone roll initiative.
Oh my god, that looks so huge.
Is initiative a ability check?
Sure is.
Dang it.
Oh my god. Oh wait.
So I'm going to have to manually roll Novas. Oops.
Oh my god. Okay.
So you know how I rolled with disadvantage and got 2 great rolls?
Yep.
Not so much this time.
No.
That was
They were
weird. Or was
both
that a
garbage.
9? It might have been a 9.
Okay. Update your initiative in the turn order, please.
I
I don't
can't
see.
I
I
couldn't
don't see
see it.
myself.
You
No.
don't see yourself. What?
All I've got is round 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I will update it, and I'll just... It should be... Oh, no, it's not visible to anyone. What the heck?
What do you
Hey.
Apparently I've got to re-add it every time.
Oh, that's slime.
That's annoying. Here. Sorry, guys.
This is my highest one
Oh,
yet.
good.
25.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I look forward to the day.
Nice. That is 20 above what I got.
I look forward to the
Jesus.
day D&D Beyond has its own initiative tracker.
It
One
does.
day,
It's just not
I'm
good
sure.
yet.
Oh, well, I
Oh,
look forward to
does
the
it?
day it has a good turn tracker.
It's not letting me change my number.
You have to click on
Yeah,
your
it's gonna be
token.
like 15 clicks to do it.
You don't have to
Okay.
click on your token, you just have to click the actual number itself, and it should highlight it.
Yep. Okay. Is it gonna stay?
Wait, the slime's got the pudding's got -1.
Correct.
There we go. Now it stayed.
17.
I
I
love it.
rolled a 2 on the die.
17, yes.
And I thought I was
Ooh.
garbage.
He's not very
Kyra
dexterous,
all
guys.
over again.
It's literally pudding. What do you want from me?
It's
I want it to be
supposed
chocolate.
dexterous.
I want it to be chocolate.
Joke's on you, it's anise.
Ah.
I actually like that.
Oh, God, who hurt you? Alright, well,
Who didn't?
as E3 points it out, Junko,
True.
you have initiative. What do you do?
So, I am going to find fire. I'm gonna light my little club on fire and start from there. But first, I'm gonna move 30 feet.
Getting closer.
Dun, 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 dun. Need a wee.
It's alright, I'm the one making all the noise.
Yes.
Do you have a larger image for that pudding?
You know, I
By
could probably
chance?
conjure one up. Give me a
It's
sec.
eating something.
It looks so cool,
is.
but it's so small at the same time.
Yeah, I got one.
Is that a snake? What is that?
No, not a snake.
Enjoy.
Oh, it's eating
No,
like
it's a
This is
princess.
the person.
It's
This
a
is the person
snake
that's gonna.
princess.
It's eating like a bugbear
gonna-
or something.
Oh, right. So it's not the bugbear, it's the stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what's gonna give you the baby, Cora.
What?
Yep.
That's not a snake, my friend.
You're fertile. You're ready to breed.
No, I don't like when you talk like that.
I don't think that's how
Goosebumps,
pudding works.
dude. Like,
I don't like it either. Could you please stop? It's weird.
Okay.
He's a pervy old man. Makes sense.
Is that
Blame
it
the
for your turn,
mistletoe, not
Junko?
me.
Yeah, I'll be setting my my thing on fire.
Okay. I'm sorry, and I missed. What did you say you were setting on fire?
My
Club.
club that I did, I'm gonna set the end
Oh,
on
you
fire.
kept that. I didn't actually realize you were going to keep that. Okay.
Yeah, it's good for one good hit.
All right, so you douse that in a little bit of oil, strike your tinderbox, and light it. You are now effectively holding a torch. Though it's burning pretty quick, you've only got probably 3 or so rounds until it burns through.
That's all I need, baby.
Cora.
They missed last week.
I'm gonna start
Maybe.
blasting.
Okay.
Pew pew.
With my Radiant Sun Bolt. Wait, am I within 30 feet? I mean, I need to get closer, I think.
You're
Yeah.
60 away.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
me get
thir-
closer. Go stand next to Junko. Am I close enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I will blast it.
Pew pew.
18 to hit.
18, even with it having all the cover that it has, will still hit it.
Here's the damage. 6 radiant
Radiant
damage.
damage. Okay, so Cora begins to channel holy sunlight into her palms, and then extends her hands, and beams of sunlight strike into the black ooze. And you can see where it hits, the ooze kind of bakes to the rock,
Oh.
Burnt
leaving
pudding.
like a tar-like substance. Therithium.
Is it like dead silent? Does it make any sounds?
It does not make any sounds. There's like a splatter sound as your thing hits it. Yeah, that's...
That's about it.
Welch.
They like rang right in my ears so badly.
You like that?
Give me goosebumps. I get out my bow. Before I shoot, though, I say, Junko, perhaps let the mages take care of it first. Before you go.
Whoa! I agree, but
She's
whoa!
gonna raise an eyebrow and be like,
How'd you say to me, boy? And I do fire with my bow.
Oh my.
Let the mages take
20
care
to
of it.
hit.
Fires
Yeah.
with bow.
27.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that's
Natural
a
20, a total of 27. I think that's the highest roll we've ever got. 27.
So far, yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
that'll absolutely hit.
That should roll
7.
9 to hit. I mean 9.
9
9
damage.
damage.
Okay, your arrow is lost completely. It's just disintegrated as it hits the puddle. You can hear the splat when it strikes, and you see, like, for a moment, the feathered shaft sticking out before it just kind of breaks off and falls in and then melts into the sludge. Is that it for your turn?
Kind of move more this way. Yeah, and yeah, that end my turn.
Okay. Dracon.
So I am going to grasp my arcane focus. Is that what it's called? I think so.
Yes.
Mhm.
And let go, and I'm gonna like swirl my hands, kind of cup them a little bit, and a 4-inch diameter orb will appear, and it will be changing color between like blue, red, green, and I will choose fire for this, so it will continue to grow red, and I will launch it at the slimy boy, and miss with a 12.
12 hits.
I will hit with a 12.
Even
Never
with
mind.
Wow, this boy is not
It's-
Dexy, is it?
No.
It's a slime. It can't.
I mean,
move
yeah,
away
this-
it's
fast.
literally just a bubbling puddle of pudding.
12 damage.
12 fire damage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The orb strikes right at the center of this thing, and like you see the whole thing suddenly wreathed in flames, crackling and burning, and you can see little tendrils and pseudopods reaching up out of the pudding now, and it's starting to like slither between the stalagmites, trying to get out of all the flames and sudden activity around it. Is that the end of your turn?
Would you like me to cast that for chat's sake to pull it in the box, or are you fine with it?
Generally speaking, yeah, it's good for chat to be able to see what you did, but
I don't know if that put it in the chat. It didn't.
Or you have to click
Is
on it
it
and roll.
working?
Put it on chat.
I'm clicking it, but I don't think it's actually showing up.
It's
But
not.
for the rest of my turn, I'm just gonna move here,
Okay. Back
and that is
towards
it.
the-
I'm done.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you clicking the cast spell or are you clicking the name of the spell?
I clicked cast, and then I opened it up itself, and then I clicked spell slot, and nothing is actually working. So.
Okay, Nova's gonna move up next to E3 and Cora, taking out like a little sprig of actually mistletoe, which as she begins to cast, it kind of grows and coils around her arm, repeatedly
What?
into
She's a snake!
long, thorny vine. And when she kind of throws her hand outward, the vine snaps like a whip crack. And let's see how she rolls.
Does she reach from those?
As
Yep,
she does
30 foot.
that with the mistletoe, I'm gonna go. She follows the snake princess to Cora.
Oh my god!
12
This lore, yo.
is going to hit for 1d6 piercing damage. 3 points of piercing damage. Wait, is that it? There's no ability modifier added on?
Which he is?
It looks like it's just
Is it Vine Whip?
Thorn Whip.
Thorn Whip?
Is this a cantrip?
It is.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah, they don't.
modifiers.
Okay. Well, it snaps and a little bit of black tar is kind of splashed across some of the surrounding rock. That is it for Nova, which means it is E3's turn.
So, Ithri is going to try something new today. And by try something new, I mean instead of growling like a bear, he's going to do an awoo like a wolf
Oh shit.
as he rages. I clicked the Wild Surge button. Let me know if it worked.
It sure did.
Yeah. What
let's see.
happens?
No, there's 10 oozes.
Okay, you begin to glow with a defensive green energy anytime you are hit, or anytime you are attacked. No, I'm sorry, it is hits. Anytime a creature hits you while you are raging, they take 4 points of force damage.
Ooh,
Cool.
nice.
I am raging. I am going to halfway there. I'm going to do my best reckless javelin toss.
Okay.
Let me do one of those because I feel like hitting this thing isn't difficult, but I want crits. Good job, I did reckless. 16 to hit,
16 will hit it.
better than 8. 4. My dice went off the thing for 8 piercing damage.
Okay. The javelin strikes true, goes right into the pudding. Actually, it strikes one of the stalagmites that the pudding is kind of wrapped around and breaks the stalagmite completely. And some of the ooze just kind of bubbles and thins, turning into more of like a black water as opposed to a black pudding. And unfortunately, the javelin melts as well.
Ithri is just going to stand in between the party and the ooze. Still yelling.
Protect you.
Okay.
Come on, you greasy muffin. I'll take you on. I know it doesn't have ears, but
Muffin.
you know.
Muffins.
You can see moisture kind of dripping, draining down the walls, all up and down these the cavern, and carrying with it the pudding. It kind of just filters out, flowing right into E3.
Ooh.
And it is going to lash out at you with a pseudopod.
I'm sorry, what?
I love
It's
pseudopods.
24 to hit
That will
Oh,
hit,
Jesus.
for 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and so it just kind of punches you, and as you stagger from the punch, here comes the fun bit.
You're not grappled.
Oh my god, did you hear how many dice he has in his hand?
18 points of acid damage.
Oof.
As it
Reduced to
splashes,
0.
like the force of it striking you, kind of, and it splashed like up into your beard, your chin, over your shoulders,
Not
and
the
arms,
beard.
and there's just
Not the
acid
beard.
burning at you. In
Does
addition,
he have like a whole spot where his beard should be now?
if he gets it out quickly enough, it'll just be like some dead, unhealthy hair. It'll depend on how quickly
Reminds
he
me
likes
of.
scraping it out.
rem-
Your armor is
reminds me of
magic,
Grog.
yes?
Yep, that's
Okay.
why I put this one on.
Good choice. Your armor takes no damage.
Does it take the force damage for attacking him?
Yes, it does. I'm going to use the roll from when you already hit the button. Actually, no, it'll be the same damage every time. I'm sorry.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it would be 4 force damage that it takes.
Cool.
And as it splashes, all of the green energy around you suddenly slams like a guillotine on the pseudopod that hit you, severing it. And it takes 4 points.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Junko.
Alright, so that pretty torch that I got, I'm gonna. That's. Oh. Walk right here. Is she okay?
Did you hear that scream?
Yeah, we heard that.
Yep.
Like, did someone die? What's going on?
Something's getting
Either
spooky.
either something scared her in game or there's a spider. But if there's a spider, I hear about it in about 10
Spider.
seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the torch into
Throwing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what this is just a dexterity check.
Okay.
Makeshift
I believe.
spear.
So that would be 9.
9.
I got closer because I
9
had a feeling I
hits.
was gonna roll ball.
Wow. Okay.
So
I knew it
that
had low
would
dex
be
though, but Jesus.
1d4 plus your dexterity modifier damage.
Okay.
And this is fire damage, by the way.
Yeah. So 5?
5 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You throw it and it lands, and there's like an initial of flames that kind of blast out as it strikes the ooze, and then the entire stick is just engulfed in acid and melts in seconds, leaving nothing behind.
I'm gonna go find another stick to set on fire.
Are you done with your turn now?
I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry,
see what-
you get sneak attack as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yay.
engaged with it.
Also, question. With the natural 20 I rolled, did I have to
7.
have more damage set from 9? Did I not have to add it again?
No, I think it automatically did the critical hit.
You have to right click on the damage and crit if it's on.
Double
Did you
check
get on
that
right?
that it did that. It should have doubled the dice, not the modifiers.
Got it. Yep,
Okay,
got it.
so
It did.
another
Okay,
7 sneak
got it.
attack. Does it look like it did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it. I had to go back up and check it. It did it.
Okay. Well, Junko, are you finished?
Yep. Oh wait, I wanted to move back.
I was gonna say you have a bonus action. Don't forget where you can dash or hide or disengage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over.
I just don't want to get sprayed by any
Activity.
healing acid.
I was here originally, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That 9 damage wasn't doubled.
I'm just gonna go over here.
No, but the it rolled 2 die instead of the 1 single die.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Cora.
I'm gonna blast it again.
Blast him.
And that's that blasting.
I can picture you just grabbing the thing and just going like pew 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 pew. pew.
17 to hit.
17 will hit it.
Just my damage.
How much?
5 radiant damage.
5 radiant. Okay. Blasting more sunlight into it, giving its putting a little bit of daylight.
That's right.
That it for your turn?
Yeah, I wish I could do that twice, but I can't.
Alas. Therithiel.
Actually,
I
wait.
should've
I want to move. I want to move back.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Move over here.
All right. Therithiel.
I also want to take 1 step. Oops. Hit to the side, and I'll fire it again with my bow. E3, perhaps you should go back. 19.
19. Once again, your arrow disappears into the sludge, but it does do the full 6 damage.
6 damage.
Splattering ooze kind of everywhere,
On A3?
except there.
Oh, okay.
If it's on the armor, it's fine.
All right.
Oh, I gotta remember to take these arrows off my inventory.
Dracon.
Okay.
This time, I'm going to stay where I am. I am going to wrap my hand around my arcane focus, and this time, just a little mote of fire will shoot towards it as I cast a firebolt,
Okay.
which will hit
Sure will.
for 1 damage.
1 whole point of damage. All right.
Nice.
Dracon
Woo!
pulls fire into his hand. When it's done cooking in the oven, he throws it. It explodes on impact. Very, very tiny little explosion. Really little.
No, it's because he didn't want to hurt you, of course.
Well, and it doesn't help that
I
the
wanna
ooze
let-
is like starting to spread out, leaving a lot of thin spots.
Does it have like fire damage added to that?
That
Over
is the
time?
fire damage.
How about-
Oh,
is
you
it
mean
caught
over
on
time.
fire? Yeah.
No, it
No, it
doesn't.
hasn't technically
No.
caught on fire yet.
Ah, okay.
I
Nope.
don't think we want it to be honest.
Uh,
No, not if we want the oil.
you know, far be it from me to have Nova change up a tactic that's working. She's gonna do Thorn Whip again.
You whip those thorns.
Gonna move, I think,
Whip it, girl.
over
Whip it
here
real
though.
good. Oh, copyright strike.
What kind of damage
Fancy.
is a whip, by the way?
It is piercing. Thorn Whip is.
The thorns.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 1. For a total of
Nice.
5, which does not hit.
Aw.
She cracks the whip once more, but like where she hits, the ooze is already largely burnt, and it's just kind of like a light shimmer on the floor instead of actual liquid. And it just kind of cracks off the stonework. E3. It is
I
your
just
turn.
had a dumb question pop into mind. Where is her staff? Is she using her hand to use the whip?
Probably I would imagine she set it down so she could get the whip out.
I mean,
Or
she could
like,
just
put it in her
have the.
pack or something.
I mean,
Mhm.
the arm that she has missing, that could easily be the whip.
Well, no, because
It's just
she
an
has to use
extension.
the material component for it.
There's
a-
just slap it on there.
It's okay. She set it down. It's fine.
She could be
Yeah,
holding
it's
it.
not like
and
she can use
she's-
it. She doesn't want it to melt.
She's still got her elbow. She could like put the staff in the crook if she
Yeah,
wanted to.
exactly. She could. The point is, it's not in the
She figured
main
it out.
hand.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
E3.
Fine. E3 is going to be say back to Therithiel. Where's the fun in that? And whip out two-handed a quarterstaff and recklessly whack this thing in its face.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a face.
Close
The
enough.
closest bit to me.
He hits
so,
the bugbear.
So, that is not a crit. That's a 22 to hit. That
That'll
should do
absolutely
it,
hit.
We are rolling phenomenal, guys. Let's
which
just talk the
is
Phenomenal.
that's 12 damage. That's the most damage I could have done
Wow.
with a stick.
All right. There's just kind of you hit the deepest, most concentrated part of the ooze, and it just erupts like you popped a big bubble. However,
Imagine like a baseball swing.
E3, you take 1 point of acid damage, and the weapon now has a -1 penalty to damage. A permanent -1 penalty to damage.
Cool. I take -1. I don't know how to do that, so I'll just think about it.
I would just make a note like on the weapon's name or something like that. In the same way you'd call like a +1 weapon, I would just call it like a -1 weapon.
Yeah, if you click
I
on
can
whatever
actually
weapon
just-
it is, go to
I can actually
customize.
just do -1 bonus damage.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. There you go. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, there's like a hiss starting to come from the end of the quarterstaff as it's beginning to melt. The pudding, for its part, does not seem aware of its dire peril. It's going to flow right around E3, trying to engulf you, and it's going to attack you.
Come at me, Pud.
You rolled with advantage. You didn't reckless attack, did you?
Yep.
18
No,
to hit.
I have a 19 armor class because of the armor I'm wearing.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Saved
why I
by
was-
Lara.
That's why I was feeling very, very reckless.
Lareth has got your back, bro.
Unfortunately,
no.
that means it's not going to trigger your force damage, though. So it's now just like trying to engulf you, and your armor is beginning to let out like a faint aquatic glow, and you can see the ooze is just kind of falling off of your armor in the same way as like you've seen those rain-protected windshields, how the water just kind of runs off of them. That's kind of what it's doing with your armor. Though at about this point,
Here's the other one.
a little bit of
Hello to
water,
my
like there's a
friends.
droplet that just kind of falls, like a little bead of moisture lands on Therithiel's elbow, and you're kind of, huh? Ow!
Right.
And up on the ceiling, a second one drops, splatting on the floor right here.
Of course, there
That-
was one on the ceiling.
That acid damage
That's
is
why
no
I wanted
joke.
to look up.
I forgot to
Where
look
did it
up.
come from?
We did
forget
look
to
up.
Well, it wasn't there at the time. It's been moving.
Nonsense! How
Last
dare
turn it
you?
moved. It actually double moved.
Nah.
It has advantage on this attack because you did not see it, Therithiel.
Thank fuck I moved.
I have 16 perception. I should have seen it.
Put your glasses on, old man.
Yeah.
I don't have them
I'm
yet.
dying
I'm
because
trying to
of
buy
you.
Some.
21 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. That's from the impact. Now here comes the fun bit.
4 dice is rolling? What is that?
22 acid damage.
Ooh, Jesus.
Ow.
Damn.
And also, your armor takes a permanent
gone.
-1 penalty to the AC that it offers.
It is
He has
magical.
+1,
if
doesn't
I-
Oh, it's magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. I didn't realize you had magic armor.
I
How
think
fortuitous.
everyone but Cora and Dracon, is it?
I'm not wearing armor. No.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
I
wear
think-
armor.
I think everyone
said-
had one.
Did you say 21 or 22 damage?
22 damage.
20, okay.
On top of the
Yeah,
bludgeoning.
no,
Yep.
So technically
Nova
29.
and Ferrifial have the +1 studded leather.
Yeah, that's what I have on me currently.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
Junko too.
Does
I don't
Junko?
think. No, I don't think.
I don't
so.
think Junko did. I think
We
only
need
got
to get
2.
you some
So,
quickly.
Junko, you as you were like in the midst of starting to look for something else you could throw, you just kind of heard probably Therithiel's little initial gasp of pain as the droplet hit him. You turn just in time to see this mass of black goop drop between you and him. Most of it splattering onto Therithiel. You can see it burning at him, and clearly he's in pain, like trying to get it off of him as quickly as he can. 29. Holy shit! Are your hit points correct?
I am. That's correct.
Therithiel looks like he got coated head to toe in this crap.
I'm like, it burns. Burns.
Did you
us.
change it on roll 20?
Did it not
It did not.
change?
No.
Junko, what would you like to do?
Update.
Junko is going to take out man, you guys suck. She's
Ooh, that's a red circle.
Oh yeah, that
is a
hurt.
red circle.
That hurt really bad.
That is a disengage next action, please.
she's going to disengage first.
That's a
and
bonus
foremost.
action.
Yes.
Hi, Therithiel.
It's nice knowing you guys. I'm gonna become skeleton now.
You have a potion. Better drink it.
And she's gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Okay, and you get
She's
sneak
losing
attack
her
on this.
arrows for you.
Okay.
You're worth at least one arrow.
Yeah, exactly. At least one arrow.
Ooh.
So,
Uh,
given that turns are simultaneous, you
9.
probably like were in the process of vaulting backwards as it struck the ground, like so you avoided the splash of acid, and were like already knocking an arrow. You fire it, 9 hits for 8 plus. Don't forget your initial damage.
Oh, yep. So it's really slow. So 8, 11. damage? Oh, 6.
No, 14.
Yeah, it didn't show me the other dice, so I didn't
All
count
right.
it.
You hit it. It blasts goop and acid away. Cora.
Cora's gonna look over there and be like, oh, crap!
Actually, can I try and do Whales of the Grave as well?
Yes, you can. I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely you can.
I will do it to the one near.
As the
Well,
arrow
that's
strikes
the
it,
only
there's
option
just
I get.
a tirade of screaming gasps that erupt and kind of fly through the air before striking the other ooze.
Kill it.
I bought as much time as I could. I can't think of more flavor text.
Did it not
There
roll?
it is.
Kill
There
it.
it is. It takes 4 points of necrotic damage. Does not kill it. Badly
Ooh, it's
hurt.
close. Someone needs to get this thing off me. No, that's metagaming. Do what you want.
All right.
Cora's gonna look over here, but she wants to focus fire, so she's gonna move
Oh
back
yeah, just sacrifice the elf. It's
and
okay.
blast. Look, it's strategically
Yeah.
sound to focus fire. I will blast it.
Hate me because I'm trying to get you all killed.
The more injured one you
Yep.
said?
Yes, 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Trying to take over Serragada, you're gonna die.
5 damage.
All right. Cora pulls all of the power she can in her blood into a single beam of radiant sunlight, focusing it on this thing. And as she pours sunlight into the ooze, it just begins to wither and bake and thrash, and then it just sort of desolidifies and starts to dissolve into water.
Is
It's
it
like
dead?
it's a puddle of black fluid just sitting on the ground. It'll probably take. It won't take long for it to dry up and dissipate. FYI. Maybe only a
E3.
few rounds for it to dry up completely.
Uh-oh. Better get to harvesting.
Take
Is
your
it
turn
safe to
harvest.
say
Go,
that
go,
I
go.
gave Ithri my ink vials?
If you would have done that,
It
you guys
was
definitely talked about
mentioned.
it. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was mentioned, but yeah, sure.
I gave you
Yeah.
10 ink vials.
Thanks.
Okay. Therithiel.
There's other things to worry about right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Just starts harvesting. Hold on.
I
Yeah, I'm sure
use
it's
my
fine.
action to disengage.
Okay.
I wish I could disengage.
That's valid.
You can.
Here, look above me
Alright.
this time.
As long as you use your action, anyone
Are
can
you
use
using?
disengage.
Well, you've already used your action, so you
Yeah,
can't roll a
it's-
perception check. What's your passive perception?
Passive check.
Interesting.
12.
12. I mean, it doesn't. You don't see any particularly dark masses of ooze. You feel like, hopefully, there's none around here.
I'm being watched. I yell out, "Look to the ceiling! Be careful!" And I would like to use my second window.
Can you
Yeah.
not drink a potion with bonus action?
Rules as written, it is an action.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
You-
End my turn.
All right, and don't forget to add your fighter level to
Yep.
that. Okay. All right, so as you back away, like you scrape the last of the acid off of you and just kind of take a moment to breathe in and kind of accustom yourself to the constant burning pain. Dracon.
Seeing that everybody's now left the vicinity of this newly appeared giant black pudding, I am going to run 30 feet up here
Where you
and
going?
hope that it decides not to attack me.
It'll come for
And
both of us now.
Again, I'm going to grab the arcane focus and form a sphere in my hand. This time, it looks a little bit more powerful, if you know what I mean. And I will cast it at second level, and it's going to hit no matter what. And
So times you kind of get it
Will.
to the normal power and then focus even more power into it and it doubles in size.
yes, and
That'll
48 damage.
That's how much
22
acid damage.
fire
Hey,
damage.
look at that. Yeah, big ball of fire strikes it. For a moment, it looks like the entire ooze is consumed in the flames before they flicker out, and you can see it's still there, bubbling, and it looks like it might actually be boiling now, but very much still present.
I imagine the sound the sphere makes is like a screeching sound as it just impacts.
Oh yeah, and there's a smell
would do
now,
it, but I
a
won't.
stench of like burning tar.
And I will end my turn there.
Well, okay. Nova, this is a shitty position because on the one hand, she can't really attack it with many of her goodies.
She
Okay.
could run away.
We're gonna cast an actual proper spell this time.
No way.
Let me
I
make
don't
sure
believe
this
you.
does what I think it does. I'm gonna just pull it up in the compendium. Easier that way.
It one-shots it.
Well, it probably won't do that. However, okay, she takes
You're gonna
out
use that daylight.
several. Yeah, she takes out several sharp thorns and little twigs, all of them sharpened into like needle points, and kind of throws them out over the floor.
Caltrops.
20-foot radius centered on a point within. Okay. Let me just get my token for this. I'm pretty sure I've got one. I've got so many spell tokens, it's not even funny. I mean, it's a little funny. Okay, it's frankly hilarious, but
Only acutely.
give me a second to find just the right one. Man, half these tokens I've never even seen before. Where were these when I was searching for them? Cone of Vermin? That's a thing?
Have they added a load of new ones since?
Summon rats.
All these new books coming out this year.
Sounds like a
Something
Faya spell.
I was
Cone of
thinking that, like,
Vermin.
that's gonna be a Faya one. Remember that tomorrow. Giant bat. Oh, that's cool. You can just slap some wings onto a token, and they'll attach. There it is! With now, oh man, I've got varieties of these, though. They've got, like, different colors. Let me look at these. These are-
While you look for that, I'm just gonna state that I watched the new Suicide Squad today, and it was pretty good.
Isn't it good?
Nice. Is it better than the first one?
Oh god, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely better.
I want to go see the Green Knight.
Radius, that's 10.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus.
Okay.
That looks cool.
Holy wow.
Nova is casting Spike Growth. As she throws these twigs and sharp little rocks across the ground, you see the ground sort of crinkles up like a piece of metal that somebody just, well, like tinfoil rather, just spikes and ridges jutting up all around the pudding. Let's see. So,
I really want pudding.
it is now difficult terrain. When a creature moves into or while in it, they take 2d4 damage per 5 feet moved.
Damn,
Wow, that's pretty good.
that is really good.
Is that a level 2 spell?
That is a level 2 spell.
Okay.
Can I copy that spell?
And now Nova's gonna move back over here.
Can I add that to my spellbook, please?
It's a druid spell.
I mean, that does mean even if I wanted to take the damage, I can't get there. Shit. But cool.
Oh,
But
no,
cool.
Sure,
It's
we'll
gonna.
bait it out. Don't worry, we'll bait it out.
I mean, the way
Yeah,
you
yeah.
beat the spell is by thinking it through and not moving, but, you know, oozes. I'm gonna need my
Yeah.
d4s. It's 4,
No matter which way it comes out, it's got to take
6.
A lot of damage.
64 at least.
I'm gonna need 8 because it's a large creature, so it's gonna have a little extra.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Large.
That's
How big is this thing?
10 foot
10 foot
diameter.
diameter.
Or 10 foot.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah, I did. I said it right. Diameter. Okay, there's my 8d4. Okay, so that's Nova's turn. E3.
Well, Ithri's gonna like step up to the. That's not the right thing. Step up to the edge of the spike growth, yelling and stomping and making as much noise and vibrations as possible. And he's gonna recklessly throw a Can you recklessly throw? I'm gonna recklessly throw a javelin.
That might have to
First
be
time.
melee attacks. I don't know.
Javelin is thrown. Oh, you mean reckless might have to be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
reckless might have to be melee.
Does it? Let me check. Reckless stat. When you make doesn't giving you advantage on melee weapon. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay, I will do it without the reckless. Probably quite reckless anyway, but you know.
Flavor text at this point.
Yeah, it's just like
Okay.
sort of just like, oh, I'm sort of interested in this dead body. Throw a javelin, make some noise. 14 to hit.
14 hits it.
Okay, that is
It's the AC.
that is the wrong damage. Ignore that. I clicked the wrong button. I still rolled a 1, so you know it's the same damage. It's 5 damage, and then Ithri's going to get his glass things out.
Okay.
Files.
Oh, this is tragic. Well, after E3, are you ending your movement there?
Yeah. I'm not going to go spiky. I'm just trying to draw its attention.
It's only going to end up moving then 10 feet.
I mean, it's in range.
Yeah, but all that damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage it takes as it just tries to move over the spikes. And you can see they're just shredding it, tearing it up.
Nice.
That's a lot of damage.
Interesting note, that was also difficult terrain, meaning this was as far as it could move. It is now
That
going
makes
to
sense.
attack E3.
Hey, buddy.
And miss. As it like tries to lash out, you can see it's like falling apart. It's struggling to hold its consistency with how torn up its body now is, and it just can't reach. You easily are avoiding it, maneuvering around its pseudopods. Junko.
I'ma launch another arrow.
Someone chuck me a glass bottle. If that wasn't done before.
I don't
Can you
think.
not use the inklings?
Oh, it
the
landed on.
blows?
Oh, okay. That was nice.
That'll hit.
I think so.
Don't forget to sneak attack as well.
Yeah, I won't. It's just really laggy. That's all. It was almost a 2, and then it went to the 12, and yeah, that made me happy.
Nice.
Okay, 16 points of damage.
Nice.
You guys are ooze fighting machines. And soon you're going to be well-oiled machines.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
leaving.
this one.
Um,
I just shoot it, and then I am going to look up.
okay. What's your passive perception?
Passive is 12.
12. You don't see anything up there. Just the standard rock face.
Okay.
That it?
Yep.
Cora.
Last. This one,
Well, I would
because
assume-
that's the only one left.
Yep, sure
There's
is.
no
definitely.
others.
Not a single one.
13 hit.
13 does hit.
Ooh, 3 damage.
Okay. Pouring sunlight into the columns of spikes.
I'm just like pew 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 pew. Just like
Iron
that.
Man.
Thorithia.
Yeah. Can I glance up at the ceiling as well?
What's your passive?
1 billion. 12.
12? You don't see anything.
Like mostly right
Just
above
shadows.
me and Dracon.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just shadows.
I do have dark vision.
Noted.
Okay.
Thorithia.
Yeah, also
I'm
black.
kind of over here, just still patting myself, making sure nothing else is burning on me. Damn bastard. I will forego an attack to actively scout, make sure there's nothing
Okay, make a perception.
around us.
This is where we all die now.
12.
12? Ironic, isn't it? You don't see anything.
Isn't it?
Now you
ironic?
can, I mean, your senses are overwhelmed by the stench of fresh tar and dust and a little bit of rot that's just kind of saturating this cavern.
In that case, I would also like to move back here and also stomp around and yell, "You slimy thing, come fight me!" Make a bunch of noise and jump movement and shit.
It makes very offended ooze noises.
Wow.
You know, like some pops,
Forcing.
a few bubbles,
Just little sizzle here and there. 'cause it's
some
sassy.
farting noises.
And yeah, and then I end my turn there.
Okay. Dracon.
I will look up, and with a passive perception of 16, do I see anything?
You don't.
I would also move my lights closer to this area as well. I don't care if you move them, but just FYI, they have been moved. I'm actually going to move to this side of this thing, this spiky death crap,
Mm-hmm.
and I will start shouting, "No, come over to me!" Obviously in Dracon's voice, but you know. And
Come
I
over
will,
to me.
Come over here, you stupid.
and then I will cast another firebolt, which will hit. I'm assuming with a 10.
Yes, it will.
And- Oh, that was nearly a 9. 5 damage.
5 points of fire damage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Blasts it. It sort of flinches, and you can see, like, at each of your voices taunting it, like a little pseudopod, bits of the ooze are kind of reaching in your direction, and now it's suddenly reaching for E3, then Therithiel, now Dracon, and it's starting to get, like, kind of confused, it seems like.
It blows up out of confusion.
Nova. Let me double check. I
Come
know
over
this is
here.
concentration. What's the duration? Up to 10 minutes. Oh, well, that's fun.
Damn,
Um,
that's a great spell.
that's a real. Oh, well, yeah.
Can she like move it in
She
like
can.
lengthways, or does it have to be a circle?
It has to be a circle.
Oh. Okay. That would be even cooler.
I think she's going to move up next to Therithiel and try to do the Thorn Whip thing again to get it really, really focusing over this way.
Wait, I didn't really want it to focus this way.
Too bad. That's a 9, which will hit. For
It's all right.
7 damage. Nope, 6
I'm more
damage.
powerful
Nope.
than. I'm more. Jesus. Some damage.
For
a
6
hell
points
of a
of
roller
damage.
coaster.
An
There
amount
we
of
go.
damage.
Nope.
My joke's past now. I'm not even going to say
I'm
it.
sorry. She's also going to bonus action use a first level healing word on Therithiel.
Thank you so much.
That's totally against
That's
her
not
way of
like
playing
her.
Yeah, after the
Yeah.
introduction I gave her, that's not gonna happen.
That's
Who
why
are
I'm
you
doing
and what have you
she's
done with
doing here. No,
Nova?
she has it prepared, so clearly I mean, she chose to prepare it, so. But you also got hardcore.
Yeah, to
boiled
dangle
in
over our
thing.
heads.
Yeah.
acid.
Blackmail. You want to get healed, do you?
You heal 4 hit points. It's not very much healing. It's just like a little. You okay? Yeah, okay.
You
You're
okay
fine.
there, buddy?
Yeah,
Little pat
exactly.
on
It's
the
like a
head.
little pat heal instead of like a, medicine heal.
Any little bit helps.
E3.
Finish it off.
Well, Ithri's
Finish
gonna
him.
have a moment of overconfidence.
Oh no.
Yell, "You got this!" and just start trying to harvest oil from the dead one.
Okay.
He hasn't moved, technically.
Yeah, same position, just turning around
Turning
and
around and starting to. Okay. As an action, you can fill 1 vial.
cool.
Who would have thought dwarves would be greedy bastards?
The black pudding. I'm gonna roll randomly at this point. It's probably gonna go for E3, but there's a chance it'll target Dracon or Therithiel.
Definitely me. I'm the
Bring
most
it.
intimidating.
It's probably not gonna reach us anyway because it's slowed.
No. That's the idea.
It's
Die on
going
the
to
way.
try going this way.
Oh no! I was like, even if it attacked me, Puck's got my back, literally.
Apparently, something's got your back. It's going to take a lot of damage. As it suddenly angrily launches towards Nova and Therithiel. It takes 4, 8, 12, 15, 19, 20, 22 points of piercing damage.
So by the time it gets to me, it's just
That
level water.
spell. Does it even get there?
No. It's like tries to launch itself and ends up just getting like torn into strips of ooze that just splatter on the stonework, nowhere near Therithiel and Nova.
Poor guy.
Oh,
In combat.
Get as many vials as you can, and
I will. I'll
I don't know if
help
I
you
could
through.
reach it in there.
hold out some of the vials, or I'd probably just put vials down and then start harvesting as much as I can.
Okay.
Did you say 3 rounds worth?
Well, unfortunately, the one that you're at, E3, you are able to get one more vial before it's dried up.
That's cool.
I'll go to this one then.
This one, if you guys are kind of tag teaming it, you can actually fill the other 8 vials, all 8 of them, if there's multiple of you doing it.
Yeah,
Cora will
I'm
help.
definitely
stick
doing
my
it.
hand in there.
Okay.
Nice.
Assuming that Nova withdrew the spell since if it is concentration.
Yes, Nova will let the spell drop, and as she does so, you can see the spikes just kind of sink back into the stone until it's like they were never there.
I don't know how many you needed, E3, but just in case, by some chance, you need more.
And I'll hand you the rest of what I have.
I go, here, I
Nice.
got these, and I'm missing a finger because it melted off.
You do that whole like thing.
I just hide it behind the rest of the hand like this. Like, oh, my finger! I sacrificed so much for your vial.
I mean,
Oh, Thrithiel, come here. I can heal you.
the recipe. This is an over game question. The recipe doesn't actually say an amount. I was guessing
One vial.
one vial
Yep.
was. So this is a lot, guys. This is like, I don't need all of this, but I'm
Hey,
sure
maybe
it's worth
we
something.
could sell it.
And
But
yeah, definitely.
Maybe keep half, sell half.
Did I know that you
Um,
could heal me or heal?
Hmm?
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I
you
get
did
out
before.
my healer's kit. You're gonna heal. Let's see. 1d6 plus 4. So you
I
heal
would
8
like-
plus your level.
Plus my level.
That's pretty good.
Sweet. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Does anybody
So-
else need healing? E3?
I mean, I took a bit, but I'm still standing.
Well, come here. I'll put a band-aid on it.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Cora. Then I go back over
Thank
here
you.
and I thank Nova. Thank you, Miss Nova.
Welcome. You heal 6 plus your level.
Thanks, Garrett. That's a minus. It's a plus 10. There we go. Cool.
With my
Go ahead.
with my small army of orbs, I would like to come up to this corner here, Tim. Move
Well-
them further down the passage.
We're
if I
off
can.
tactical, so it's just descriptive.
Oh, okay, yeah. So just looking around further into the cave if
it looks
possible.
like this cave goes quite deep. Like, it just keeps going.
Do I see a nest? Question mark
No,
or anything like that?
just a tunnel, and you can see what looks like a couple fissures that maybe break off into other corridors, and it looks like it just keeps going lower and deeper, and
What it's trying to say is there a chest anywhere nearby?
it may even connect with the Underdark.
That's what I was assuming in my head. I'll walk back to the group and just say,
It seems the cave goes much, much deeper. I don't think we should continue down. We've got what we came for. Unless anybody wanted to explore further, I don't mind, but I imagine there's deadlier things further down.
I don't think we should go too far. We should probably get going.
Yeah, this was
Got our objective.
a lovely side track.
I need to mend my cloak, and I pull up my cloak, and there's a just giant hole in it.
Probably ought to get to Noct.
Well, thanks for doing that,
Yeah.
guys. Hopefully it'll come in useful. There's still some other things I need.
I got to try out a spell I haven't used before, so I'm happy.
Cool. Has everyone still got all the limbs? Look awkwardly and over.
Oh,
Oof. Oof.
remembering every word, every joke.
We know that she's gonna watch this later on,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If she's not watching now.
So you guys are.
I guess, yeah, we leave.
depart-
Yeah, we'll leave. Back
Okay.
outside.
Yeah.
Back outside, you find it's kind of muggy. It's still cloudy and overcast. No rain anymore, though, and the humidity has gotten pretty bad. Probably as like a result of yesterday's rain and the night's rain.
Ugh,
Cool.
too,
And the
too
morning
real.
train.
Junko's gonna pull out her little fan and just.
I walk beside Junko just to get some of that sweet, sweet fan action.
Go on.
She'll give you a few.
Give her a bow.
Wait, did you say give
The-
me a bow?
No, I give you a bow. Thank
That's
you.
what he said, yeah.
Did I say
Give me a
bow?
bow,
Or
Junko.
nod
Slap
of the
him.
head?
You said
I
bow.
just want this. Yeah, that's a bow.
Don't ever bow your head to me.
I am sorry, Miss Junko. That's a sign of malintent. I do not know
No.
your
Draco
culture.
laughs.
I'm just not above you, so do not bow.
I'm like, is she above me? But I'm taller than you are. What do you mean by that?
You said she wasn't above you.
That's why I looked up. I'm like, what?
What were you gonna say, Tim? Sorry to
The
interrupt.
road at this point continues for a few more miles. It's not bad, honestly. Aside from the humidity, there's a number of bugs, a lot of mosquitoes in particular start to prey on you.
Any cool bugs?
No, not really. Just the unpleasant ones that come with humidity. I guess maybe some dragonflies. You can see
Do we have
off the road in the plains.
I presume there's no mist here.
No. There's maybe some haze just from all the humidity, but it's not bad. As the road weaves between hills and rocks, you can see a dark forest begin to take shape. Tall and like a Viridian shadow or a stain across the plains. It has gnarled branches and limbs that just kind of reach and flail out the edge of the wood like thousands of claws. Nothing about this wood is charming or welcoming. It's alive, you can see, like not dead trees, but misshapen. The trees are covered in spines and thorns, and there's dense, rugged growth amidst all of it. And you can see that the road weaves ever toward this wood.
I kind of, upon noticing that, I kind of stop in my tracks and whisper under my breath, Malamar, what has happened to my beautiful home?
Do I see this with my lip
continue
reading
walking with the
ability?
group.
Probably not, no. I wouldn't think you'd be staring at your allies' faces.
I look
I
at
mean-
everybody. I am curious.
it is
I
Drake-
trust
Dracon's at the front walking backwards the whole time.
Keeping an eye on everybody.
Keeping us in check.
It takes you less than an hour to reach the forest's edge and the river town of Noct. And we're going to pause here and take our break. We will be
Yeah.
back in a few minutes. Chat, I would encourage you guys to stretch, get some snacks, some water, and we'll be back with the second half of our show shortly. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey!
Hi.
No one see this door open because magic. Ow! Hit me in the back.
So, as you follow the road up right to the, basically right to the riverfront, you see that there is the village of Noct. It's filthy, ramshackle, still fairly active in spite of, the destruction 10 years ago. The buildings here are all of turf, mud brick, crude log buildings and old timbers taken from wrecked ships. One or two you can see of stone foundations, proper boards. But even these are, it looks like, in need of repair. The inhabitants of the village, from what you can see, are boatmen, fishers, herdsmen, farmers, loggers, and the like. It's apparent to you as you make your way up the street into the village proper. This is not a place where one manages to make much of a living. And as such, it's likely ignored by both lords and bandits.
I have a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that that Noct was supposedly smaller than Hummelbank, correct?
Absolutely.
I don't suppose there is a size comparison, but half the size of Hummelbank.
Why don't you judge for yourself?
Ooh, we got a map.
I love maps. Stop
Oh,
being
that's
blurry.
okay.
I want to see
I
stuff.
like it.
We are so spoiled.
I was
I know,
going to
right?
say, because Hummelbank's fairly open, but this is definitely more,
Oh, it's more dense, but
dense.
Well, and yeah,
It's
keep in mind, the
smaller.
map of Hummelbank does not include the dozens of outlying farms and
yeah.
such for miles.
I'm assuming that's north, above the river, or is that
Yes.
south?
No, that is north.
So we're coming
is
in on the southeast.
You are
road?
coming in from the south.
this road here.
Um,
I can't mark
Yes.
it. This one.
that's the one.
Is these? I know we can't technically see them now, but would that be the entrance to the Noctwood?
North?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it would.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. You are coming in on the southeast road. The southern road is the one that goes to Port Godwin.
Cool.
And to the north, it looks like it's an older road. Maybe not one that's used as much anymore. Or maybe
That
it
makes
just
sense.
shouldn't be used as much anymore. But this road that you are on is called the Low Road. And it, as well as the Velverdiva River, runs right through Noct. And you know that a little upriver, the Velverdiva splits to continue to... Well, technically, Sorry, I'm going the wrong direction. I'm going the opposite direction. The Velverdiva runs from the mountains and joins with the Imedris River at a little upstream from here. So both the Imedris and Velverdiva have joined into this single river that flows past, eventually out to sea, where a great deal of trade passes through. And the main commerce in Noct is barges coming up from Port Godwin, up the river, and bringing their cargo and offloading and such. As you make your way up the road, there's a fair few people. Like, there's a lot of foot traffic. In fact, this sound set might be almost too much. Let's pop over to that.
just go silent. There's no one here.
Hello?
Everyone go silent as we turn up and just stay as is.
That's probably better.
We
That's
are a
falsifiable.
pretty mixed match bunch.
Well, you definitely draw some stares,
We
but at
are
the same
outside.
time, you can see that the folks staring at you are all sort of rugged types. Very dirty, many of them pockmarked and scarred, cloaked and wearing kind of darker clothing. You can see that there's a woman with an eye patch leaning against the wall of one building. As you pass, she's smoking a pipe and she just kind of fixes her one eye on you as you go by. You can see that there are two other men who are talking quietly between two other buildings. Not quite an alley, but just sort of in the space between these two buildings. And they both
Yeah.
pause talking and stare suspiciously at you as you make your way past.
Because I'm not really good at making friends, every time someone stares, I'll stare back until they look away.
They don't.
Honestly, that's smart. Oh,
Alright.
never mind.
Well, so I guess
Gotta set that
I'm
dominance in early.
rubbernecking, I guess, until they're
Um,
breaking sight.
About here, at about this point, Nova is going to draw your attention to this building here, which you can see is labeled as Mother Scrang's Herb Shop. And it's sort of a dilapidated building. Not quite in the center of town per se, but there is a dusty old sign hanging by only a single chain. It looks like there used to be a second chain, but it broke at some point, so it's just kind of loosely dangling above the door, showing an image of like what looks like a faded potion bottle with a couple of leaves in it. There is a single front window to the building, but it's caked in grime and sort of disgusting filth. You can just make out a shape moving inside the building, but you can't see who they are.
Want
this
to go
place,
there?
Miss Nova.
Someone helped me there. That's where Mother Scrang is. I would trust her more than... And she kind of glances darkly at, well, up the road a ways, in the direction of where you would assume the hospitality locations could be found.
Then perhaps we should stop by and inquire, see if she's there. See if she might assist us in some matter.
Okay. I guess Nova will lead the way.
Mm-hmm.
You get the impression she's a little uncertain of the shop itself. Sort of like maybe she hasn't been here a lot to this particular building. But she takes you kind of past the front window over to this side entrance over here, and pulls the door open, and it lets out a horrid shriek of unoiled hinges as it opens.
Yeah. Oof.
I get some little fat from E3
Wait.
and just
Is there
rub
a
it
bell
on the
too?
hinges.
There is not a bell.
You might not want to do that. It's a good sign that someone comes in. Just like has fat in his hand.
I'm like, put it back on E3.
Just rub it into the beard.
I feel like the ooze the pudding would have burnt off any of that fat, but sure.
That's fair enough.
I mean,
Put
it
it
might have
into
some in
the
your
pudding.
butt still, you know? It depends where it attacked you.
Jesus. Anyway,
Juicy booty.
inside, the shop is very dimly lit. The only light seems to come from a single candle, so the rest, it's sort of got that creepy, dingy library kind of feel to it. Everything is covered in dust. There are counters and shelves filled with jars, flasks, bottles, boxes, even small drawers. All of them stuffed with herbs and the like. Various infusions and decoctions from this or that. Things that claim to be manticore fat, viper venom, nightshade, everything you can think of, and many things you would never think of. Many things you'd be like, why on earth would somebody want basilisk eyeball jelly? Like, that's just nasty. Bunches of vegetation in various sorts hang from the rafters of the building, or have been tossed onto countertops to dry. The entire place smells of herbs and spices, and you can see, if any of you are familiar with cooking, you can see every herb and spice you've ever thought of. From the sweet ones, cinnamon, sugar, to the more exotic, like cumin or turmeric. You also can see that there are, as you kind of make your way deeper into the store, you see a glass case in which are three labeled jars of something called Kyotum's ointment, and there's a big sign in front of them that says price on request.
Do I know what that is?
You can make an Arcana check.
What was the sign saying? Something on request?
Natural 20,
Price
27.
27. You know that Kyotum's ointment is a thick aloe-like mixture that has been enchanted, and it can be ingested or applied to the skin like a lotion, and it will not only heal injuries, it will cure disease and poison as well.
Oh, we for sure want to get some of that.
Would I have a general idea on how much stuff like this would cost?
You would know it to be about an uncommon magic item.
Okay.
Do with that what you will.
Yes, sir.
Um,
I see what you're putting down, and I'm picking it up.
you see, let's see, an old woman behind one counter, and you can see she's like hammering out roots and some other some foul-smelling plants and vegetation, and like as soon as she finishes running a line of smashing these things, she like scoops them all together and then spreads them out in front of her again and continues repeating the process. She arches a single eyebrow, glaring at you, and you can see she looks old and like dirty, filthy gray hair down to her hip.
Is this Olga from the Dark Crystal?
You never know. One of her eyes is milky while the other is just gray. You can see she has slightly, I don't actually know who that is. She has slightly pointed bat-like ears, and numerous warts on her face.
You're describing Olga.
She's a literal witch.
Miss Nova, would
What do you want? That's not her.
Oh.
Good. Is it evening? What time of day are we at? Would
About
you say?
noon.
Good afternoon. May I ask what your
Is
name
it?
is? Yes, it is around 12 p.m. on our good day of
Don't be
The one that you
daft.
mentioned earlier.
Is it good?
Fodder day. Fodder day.
for the day. I've had a pretty good day today. Have you not had a pretty good day today?
What do you want?
We are looking for a specific individual, and we was hoping she would be found here, as information has led us to believe this is her.
Mother's
Storm.
out.
Your mother,
I'll look at Nova.
Do you know when she'll be back? Later. She'll be back later. Could be tomorrow. Could be next week. Could be she's right behind you.
Aura
Turn
looks
around.
behind
Turn
her.
around.
I'll
yeah,
turn
turn
around.
around.
Junko does not take that bait.
There's no one there. And she kind of shrilly cackles to herself at the few of you who did turn around.
Entertain.
Do you know perhaps where she might have gone off to?
Who's asking?
We are.
Oh, I look back at Nova. She's the only one that has connections.
Nova's kind of looking a little anxious suddenly, like, should we be giving our names or anything?
I mean,
I'll whisper to
I
her.
don't know
we
her.
could say we are the Valkyrie, and
But that's her mom, so she's probably fine, right?
Do we know it's her mother, however?
Do they
Does
look
she-
alike?
do they look alike?
I mean, kinda.
I mean, we could leave.
We're like talking when she's right there listening.
We're
And
not huddled.
she is unapologetically like eavesdropping on you guys.
We could
If-
just leave a note and say we are in town, and Perhaps where to find us.
She will not know who we are, however.
Tell her
You
you're the
say-
lady with the ball.
The lady that you helped.
You know the
one
ball.
the one-armed lady, maybe? I don't know.
No, but do you know the ball I mean?
Ithri would have. Ithri, halfway through that, would have turned around and started talking to the lady, asking if she had a adult dragon tooth for sale. The only thing you could think of.
Dragon's teeth? Dragon's teeth?
Mainly as a distraction from
Got some dragon's teeth left over, I'm sure, somewhere around here. Maybe some of Democrite's teeth? They bought a few of these a few years back. Democrite, the Viridian Scourge. Yes, here. And like she takes out a little slender box and sets it down and opens it up. And you can see that there are 13 indents where a tooth could fit and no teeth. Oh. Nope, don't got any. Slams it shut, tosses it on the floor behind the counter.
well, worth a try. Residuum oil, and then I'm just going to keep listing everything from the shopping list until these guys
Residuum
decide
oil.
what they're doing.
So then, what are we to do?
Yes, I have residuum oil.
Ooh,
It's 100 gold a pint.
You
You
drink
can
this.
afford that,
How-
can't you?
how many pints do you have?
How much gold do you have?
I perk up and walk over to E3. So, what are you trying to buy?
Shopping list.
Kind of so rude. Kind of turn him around and show our back to hers. Perhaps don't say that we have money on us. That we are super rich.
I haven't said that yet. Okay.
I said nothing.
I might.
Bless you, bless you.
Are you willing to trade for items? I do have some gold.
I'll trade for some items. What kind of items?
I
don't
whisper at
suppose-
him. I whisper at E3.
Buck 'em on the counter.
Buy some of the oil.
Let's see 'em.
I don't suppose you're interested in, and then I'll get out 5 vials of the black pudding oil. And say
Black pudding oil.
black pudding oil.
Rare
That's
in
really
these
fresh, by the
parts.
way. Super fresh.
Yeah.
It's alright. A few hours.
It's only like
old, if
3
I-
hours. Yes. Very, very new.
Somewhat new.
It's very new, yes. We just literally farmed it
It's-
Haven't
ourselves.
put any preservatives in it, so it won't last very long in this state.
Yes.
I'll look at you three.
How dare you, E3?
Come
He's
on,
like,
bro.
"Well, I didn't know.
It usually gets handed to me. I don't know. You usually have to farm this stuff myself. I don't say that out loud.
I'll offer 25 gold a vial.
Okay. I could add some gold on top of that to get a bit. How many pints did you say you had?
I did.
You didn't.
Residuum oil.
You've got 5 of these. Let's say 3 pints for sale.
Okay, I can do that. Do you have also? And I'm just going to go through a few things. Is there any air elemental bloods, pearls? Oh, I think we have pearls. Do we have pearls?
Pearls.
Okay.
If not pearls,
Could find
elements-
pearls in the river.
elemental-
I could fetch some for you. I'm happy to sell them. Do the work myself.
oh, if they're in the river, that's fine. Elemental water, blood of an air elemental,
I have
glitter
pearls.
dust touched by a fey creature. I don't even know. Ashley doesn't even know how you'd begin to find glitter dust touched by a fey creature.
Just be like, hey, can you touch this, bro? Thanks.
Yeah.
Some
like-
strange
You ask Puck, bro.
Ingredients.
I could ask Buck.
Yeah.
Wait,
Can
well,
you touch this?
are
Touch it,
flumps?
bro.
Are flumps
Special.
fake
Yeah.
creatures?
Yeah.
So if I just
Yeah.
rage enough, eventually.
You'll get some more.
You just have to wrangle a flump.
I believe they
Have
were
to
fake creatures,
special
actually.
Order some
Yeah.
of this, but yes, we can provide in time. Pearls
Well-
I can sell you right now.
I'm gonna say to E3.
I have pearls if you need them.
Yeah, the pearls weren't really the biggest
I see.
issue.
Uh,
The residuum, 3 pints of residuum oil, I will definitely take in trade. Elemental water, elemental blood.
elemental
that
water is an interesting item that you seek out. Not found in these parts in a few years, I think.
No.
Though there's talk it may be on the market again soon.
I wonder why.
That's both good and bad news.
Oh, I always thought a booming economy is wonderful news.
Depends how big the boom is.
What did you say you're using all of these for?
I didn't.
She kind of gives you a tight-lipped smile. A quick study. I might have 1 vial of water elemental blood around here. That should suffice for you, no?
That would be a good start. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Good, good. It's 200 gold. Looks at you shrewdly. Shall I get it?
So all together, with everything you have, what's the best price you can give me? And I'll try and charm my way into her pocket.
Make a diplomacy
Is-
check.
Because I3 is that
We don't have
insight,
diplomacy
I'm sorry,
checks.
persuasion.
persuasion? Do you know what?
This isn't Pathfinder.
Do you know what? That's a -1, and I have disadvantage because I'm still exhausted.
Yeah, well, watch the double nat 20. Here it comes.
8.
Not terrible. Not great.
Not terrible, and not great. No. As long as it doesn't make the price worse, it's fine.
300.
350 gold.
380 gold. And all of the black pudding oil.
Wait,
Well, the
that
five
makes it more
that he put down.
expensive. Because I thought a pint was 100 gold each,
Yeah.
and the elemental thing is 200, so that's 500. So she wants 380 gold and the oil, which makes
Yeah.
it more expensive.
By 5 gold, yes.
Okay, I was just making sure I was right there, because
Yep.
that's not good, E3.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I will. I'll be like,
It seems like she is trying to get more money out of you than is actually supposed to be for these items.
Oh, handsome.
She-
You should stay out of haggling. Especially
is
in an
a,
old woman's shop.
She
What
is
does that
a. I think it was, yeah.
Yes, that was at you, Dracon.
Well, I was going to inquire about items myself, but if you can't give my fellow here at least some sort of a deal for purchasing some rare items off of you, I guess I'll take my custom elsewhere.
Good luck with that. We're the only
It's-
apothecary this side of Port Godwin.
So it's at this time that I kind of walk up to the counter. I am also looking for some items. May you perhaps have cork made of duskwood tree?
I don't, but I'm fairly confident when Mother returns, she'll have something along those lines. She goes into
Okay.
the forest to collect resources and ingredients.
Mayhaps some woven fibers of shadowtop trees? And I give her kind of a little wry smile.
She gives
I
you
kinda
a very
toss my-
scrutinizing look.
Toss my hair a little bit.
That would be very commonly found in elven lands.
I was hoping that perhaps, since my partner here, associate, is buying large bulk of items, I would add mine to his. And I give her a smile and a wink, and I also try to...
Yeah, go ahead. You actually have advantage.
I didn't even get a persuasion.
You didn't try.
I was trying.
You came in there with all the guilt. It's not persuasive.
Yeah, it's still the same.
I left click, right?
My next plan was to offer a Dracon for an evening for some discount.
Wait, won't you wanna? Alright, well, it's not. How do I get it? The thing again? Is it right click or left click?
Right click.
Right.
So not hold it. Let's look at it. 16.
She suddenly smirks. I never could resist a pretty face.
How far away from the counter is she?
No, I mean, she's just standing behind it.
No, never mind. I was gonna do something, but never mind.
Don't make it creepy.
Yeah, I was gonna make it super creepy. Never mind.
Did you say she had spices?
Yes,
Does she have sugar?
she does. Not a lot of it, but she does have sugar.
I'll buy all of her sugar. Like, is it like available to grab? Like, can
No.
I pick it up?
She would have to get all of it.
Okay.
We're just
I'll
doing
wait. I'll wait till they're done.
we're just doing a bulk shop, are we?
No, I'm gonna wait till you guys are done.
I have, it just so happens, one piece of duskwood bark I was saving for some of my own projects I could part with. And it just so happens that I have a spool of shadow top linen. I'll even throw in the mistletoe leaves for free. And she winks at you, Thrithiel.
I give a light chuckle and say, "My dear, you are absolutely phenomenal." And give her another wink.
For all of the ingredients, shall we say an even 500, and the pudding, dear?
I put out my hand to shake on it.
She's not gonna...
I was gonna caress her skin, man.
She just kind of hunches a little deeper, waiting for you to hand her the money.
Allow us to take a moment to pool our funds, please. Just
Take
for
all
everyone
the
away.
time you need. When she unapologetically just watches.
Yeah, I
without
just didn't want to
blinking.
be like, how many platinum do I have on a counter? If we put forward like all of it, unless there's anything in particular you need.
Yeah, I'll drop. Let's say I'll add 55 gold to it, to the pot.
Do 50 because that's easier to work out in platinum.
Okay.
I'll do the rest in platinum. So 45 platinum.
Well, that's everything. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Deduct the money, and she will give you your package, which she
Dun,
does.
dun,
She like
dun.
wraps it all up in like brown paper for you. Keep it kind of private.
So thoughtful of you, my dear.
You have a place to stay in Noct?
Oh no, I put it too hard.
No.
We have only just got here.
We were looking for somewhere that was
Oh, are you new
safe
in town? I couldn't
for
tell.
outsiders.
Well,
would be all over this place. The Junko doesn't care.
Hell, I'm not entirely convinced this isn't just retirement Faya. You'll want to stop by the Waterside Hostel.
Waterside Hostel.
I'm gonna
Um,
give
By the waterfront.
Nova.
Who's
Oh,
the innkeep there?
Din Wrench. He's a fine young man.
I can't remember the name of the guy that we
Nova
were
is
told.
literally like,
Yeah. That's what I was just looking at my notes for.
Elmore's brother is
Otis.
Otis.
We were looking for somewhere more hospitable.
it's a hostel, dear. Hospitality's the game.
Can I buy all that sugar?
She looks at the
All that sugar.
container. It's like maybe an eighth full of sugar. All of it.
Yeah.
40 gold.
Okay. I give her 40 gold.
She kind of frowns a little, taken aback. You can just take the container.
Okay. Thanks.
Nice. And a sweet container.
Oh,
Expensive
does she have
taffy.
teeth, Stilly?
A few.
Like
Want to
in her
try
mouth,
this?
Or...
This is what I'm making. I'll give her a little piece of taffy.
No, thank you, dear. No, thank
Does it hurt your teeth?
No.
Well, why don't you want to try it?
Wait, is this the good stuff that you made, or the?
Yeah.
A bit of advice for you. Free this time. It's best in Noct if you don't. If
Or
you
is
don't
listening,
show
like,
too much
raptly.
trust in anyone you speak with.
I kind of say to her, it's actually pretty good.
Even you?
Anyone in Noct could not. Anyone could be more than they seem, or less.
That's good advice. It's like wrapped up in a little wrapper. You know, I'm just gonna leave this here. Maybe your mom will want it. And I'm gonna take my jar and just scoot out of there.
Perusing whatever they have in the store, do they look like they have anything for tea?
Oh yeah, they have all manner of tea leaves. Absolutely.
Stilly, how much?
If I would go so far as to say, if you are making
Wonderful.
any tea in this area as like a downtime activity, almost certainly this is where you'll be buying. The gold spending for it would probably be here.
How much sugar was this? Like poundage or ounces?
About 4 pounds.
That's pretty good.
Excuse me, miss, I didn't catch your name.
Medley.
Medley. I saw those 3 jars in the container over there. And I was interested on wondering how much they would cost. Per
Is that
or
right?
free. Yes, please.
Those are mother's to sell. Not mine, but I imagine for such outstanding folk as yourself, she'd part
Yes,
with
of
them
course.
for a fair price. I'd warrant it'll be 2,000 to 3,000 each.
That's way overpriced.
Mm-hmm. You don't even need to roll to know that. That is absolutely.
You said
obscene.
uncommon, right?
Yep.
In rarity, yeah. I even opened up the
But-
handout to see how much that would be.
As I said, they're mothers to sell.
Perhaps
I
I should
wouldn't-
ask her.
Try stealing them, though. You wouldn't be the first to try, and you wouldn't be the last bodies to find their way floating out to sea in the river.
You don't need to try and intimidate me, Medley. I would never dare to steal from a fine establishment or a fine lady like yourself.
We're just laying it on this lady, man. I'm telling you.
But if they are your mother's to sell, perhaps when we get our chance to meet her, maybe I can inquire then. But while you are the one here, do you perhaps have any other magical items for sale?
No,
No?
it's Mother's shop, really.
And you say she should be back tonight?
I didn't say.
Well, you said that at first, but...
I said she could be back tonight. She could be back tomorrow. She could
Or
be
in a
back
week,
in a week.
yes. Yes, I remember.
Did you mention what your mother's name is?
No.
Mother Scrang, she's called.
Then it is the person we are seeking.
Is there a way for you to let her know that we are here, or would she have to be in town?
She'll
Perhaps we
find
could
out
leave.
when she comes home. Unless you're
unless-
suggesting your business is of some dire importance.
That is... Yes, I would say it is somewhat
we know?
important.
Is that so? Then
It's
what is
important.
this business?
It is your mother's business.
Then you may take it up with my mother when she returns.
That was the plan. I was just... Thank you for your time, Medley.
And I'm just going to walk to the back of the group and just wait until we leave.
I think we're all done.
I walk out the door and leave everybody behind.
Okay. Tharithiel. You do notice one thing as you're turning to leave. Assuming you are you guys are all leaving, right?
Yes.
One thing does catch your eye. As you turn to go, she's kind of turning herself, and for just a moment, you get a flash of silver on her person. Not of coin, but of like a silver weapon. And it looks very much like an elven hunting knife. But you only get like an instant to see
Just a
it
little
before.
glimpse of it.
It was just something that kind of... you
Caught
got a
my
glimpse.
eye, kind of.
Yeah, and when you kind of look back, she's already turned, and you don't have any... She's just... nothing. No sign of a weapon. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, as we
As-
step outside, I'll go on.
I was just going to say, as soon as we're at the door, if there's no eyes on us, Ithra is going to use his magic awareness to make sure that these items are what they say they are, because they would presumably give off a magical aura.
Well, they give off the faintest of magical auras, but typically you would know only a completed magic item would really give a strong aura.
Yeah.
They would just...
It was more as a way to like assess if they
Okay.
were actually what she said they
Gotcha.
were. I can also do a check if that.
I think I'd feel better with an Arcana check. I don't think detect magic in its own right would cover this.
I would use that to help. I don't know if that helps.
Would you like
disadvantage.
assistance?
Yes.
Could I please assist him?
All right, you have
Wow.
advantage. So it would actually only be the 20. The natural
It's a
20.
natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So as you guys go through these ingredients, you can confirm, more or less, they are exactly what she promised they are.
Nice. Cool.
Are these all of the items you needed to sort your armor, Ithri?
No, I still need. Well, hang on, let me check. I at least need a special hammer.
What
Hang on.
special in what sense?
It is.
On that note, you can actually
coming
hear
up.
the ringing of hammer on anvil not far away.
I need a dark steel hammer.
Maybe the brother of our friend Perhaps he has something that could help.
That I did want to make that one of my stops. Yeah.
As we're walking,
So how exactly do we plan on meeting?
and I'll motion over to Nova.
How do we plan on meeting Mother Scrang if her daughter clearly isn't the most cooperative person? Which is understandable when a group of strangers ask for your mother, I imagine. But do you think she'll find us?
I imagine we just need to wait.
Maybe if we don't get to see her within the day, if we do end up going into the forest, maybe she'll be here when we return. I don't know.
We got some investigating to do first.
This
Yes.
is true. We do not know when she will be back. So we should not just plan to stay here and wait. However, for the time being, I suggest we search for an adequate place for us to spend the night.
It
Is
would
there
seem
an
that
empty house somewhere?
I mean, all of these buildings are dark. It's hard to tell which ones are empty and which ones are occupied.
Why don't we stay in a hostel, like she suggested?
the only one is the one that Nova didn't have the best time in, Miss Cora.
Well, we'll all be together.
It should be fine,
It's,
but should is a strong word to use.
the concern more is if Nova is recognised. Right?
I
Oh.
could wild shape into like a rat or something and just hang out in someone's pocket until we're in our room.
I'm
Oh, we can do the pocket thing we did before. You know, where you were a spider.
Out of game, does Otis just have the bar, or does he have like an in-style bar?
He's the
Otis is the blacksmith.
Oh,
And if you guys were walking, you are literally passing the blacksmith shop right now. It's right there.
Yeah, we're gonna stop there.
You are? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I forgot because I had a question about this before we left. Well, before we turned up to Noct. Was Elmore's funeral at any point when we were there, or is it still to be organised?
it would have been while you were there.
Okay.
We was there for a while, so
hmm Yeah, 9 days, I think you had of downtime.
Okay.
After you, E3.
Okay. As you guys approach the
Sure.
blacksmith shop,
push him in.
you can see that there's a fair bit of activity here. There's actually a group of what looks like 6 men and a single woman. All of them wearing like sailor's garb. All of them openly bearing steel weapons, scimitars, spears. The woman has a trident and a net. And they're all in there talking to a giant of a man with a big black bushy beard and large hands, and you can see he's holding a blacksmith's hammer in one hand, kind of on the counter, and he doesn't look, he's kind of scowling at them. And as you enter, one of the men says, "Fine, but we'll be back. Remembers what you said. Captain Tolub's gonna hear of this. He's gonna tell him all about it. Just you rethink me offer." He's gonna take off, and one by one the other men follow. The woman spits on the counter and then follows after them, leaving just you guys in the shop with the large blacksmith. Though you can also see that there is sort of a scrawny, rat-faced young man behind the blacksmith in an apron who's staring narrow-eyed at all of you.
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Well met.
Need your mule shoed?
Oh, that's right. We have a meal.
I forgot.
I'm
about
gonna
the
look. I'm gonna look at
Do
it
we?
at Emil's feet. Yeah, like, do we?
Probably. He'd probably like
Probably.
that.
Got a stable in the back, too, if you want to keep them.
Possibly, but that's not why we're here.
Need a new hammer?
That is an
Technically-
option.
I can mend armor, but your armor's looking just fine. I'm doubting you need it.
I'm gonna glance at the what I presume is the assistant and say, I actually heard that you've got a good recipe for cherry brandy. If you're willing to talk about that somewhere, specifically referencing the drink that Elmore carried.
No, I'm no brewmaster.
Shit.
Good
He
idea.
doesn't seem to have caught it. If there was,
You are
I-
Otis, correct?
I know you.
No. Your family does. Or did.
Sammy! Boss? Go get me some brandy from the tavern. Make it rum. Sure. Can I have some gold, sir? Alright.
I'll hand him 5 gold.
Thanks. And the boy suddenly beams, and you can see he's already got 2 gold teeth as he darts out the door.
Those are safety measures. Can always pay with his teeth.
Don't reckon I remember my family talking about anyone such as you.
Recent acquaintance we were of. I presume there's no one in earshot.
Not that
Like-
you can see.
Having a look around, there's no one of Elmore.
Ah. Look. I don't know what you're wanting from me. I don't get involved in that family business. Not no more. I'm an ex-mercenary.
If that's the case, would you be willing to share information for coin?
Kind of information.
We don't know who to trust here.
Oh. Don't need to pay me for that. You don't trust no one here. Not me. Not Sammy. Not Chong. Not Lady Scrang or her daughter. Certainly not Wrench, Captain Tolub, or any of their ilk. You know where you're at? It's Noct.
Yeah. I was told by a friend to Rutger to search you out.
Really?
But
And,
Is he human?
Yes, he is. Big.
Was he
but-
at the war? In the
That's an interesting question.
Meadow?
Make a perception check. Let's see how well, because you guys saw quite a bit there, and you did technically see Byrne and Rutger, if there was anyone near them.
Mine
That's
is
a question.
16 passive, if that helps.
It
in
does
this.
not in this instance.
I think I
Okay.
got an
This is
I
a
got
test
an
of
8.
memory, basically.
Yeah.
8? You don't recall seeing him. Though, to be fair, in plate armor, every human looks huge.
Ooh, at least got me some plate armor.
I'm gonna
Dwarves
lean
just look
over-
wide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to I can't remember who had more war things. Someone had fungus that I remember. Arrows. one was about dwarves. You know what? I'm just gonna lean over to E3. Does he look familiar to you? Like the meadow?
Not anything I saw.
I'll say loud enough for him to hear to see if like he has any kind of like recognition.
Look,
Or...
I told you. I done my part. I swung my sword, wore my armor, served my king.
No, I just said that we might have seen it. That's all.
Like
I reckon I remember seeing anyone like you, Emerdy Meadow.
It is haunted.
You maybe. He nods at E3.
It is haunted now, so we got a bad experience.
You braved the meadows then. Not real smart.
Yeah, brave isn't the word.
If by brave you mean a vision of me being eaten by a giant troll, then yes, that
Yep, that sounds about right.
it was not very nice. No.
Alright,
So-
well, I'm not gonna accuse you of being real clever, but clearly you're capable. Because you're alive.
I'm pretty smart, but yes.
I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way. Because I respect Rutger. I respect his opinion. And don't think I don't recognize some of the weapons you're carrying, some of the clothes you're wearing. I know who you are.
Pull out the wand.
But that's a wand.
Like, have
But
you
I
seen this
know
one holder?
Who you are through your reputation. I don't know what you do. I don't know you from Adam. I don't know the first thing about your motives. And I don't know that I want to get to know you. Since the first thing you do in a town like Noct is walk around asking people who you can trust. So tells you what. I'll cut you a good deal, whatever you want to buy and use in my shop. I'll give you a place to stay. If you really don't have one, you can sleep in the stable. It won't
Yes,
be comfy.
please.
It won't be,
That would be mighty generous of you.
won't be friendly, and I don't got enough food to spare. So you're gonna
We'll
have to
pay for
provide
our
for
steak.
yourself.
We've heard bad things about the hostel, so you
You're gonna
offering
hear
us this
bad things
place.
about everywhere in this town. Hostel's no worse than anywhere else. You sleep with one eye open. You don't go
Why?
around flashing your platinum or your pretty coins.
Why
don't-
is it so bad?
Why is it so bad? It's Noct. That's what we do here.
What?
These folk, these settlers, you know why they came here and settled? I'll give you a hint. It had nothing to do with the river. These folks are leftovers. Those what weren't allowed or weren't able to live up in the ruined temple. So they settled down here 10, 15 years ago, and no one made them leave. And they're still here.
I can make them leave.
No, you can't.
Because
Altogether,
it's going to.
altogether, you lot might take down 20, 30. You and the dress look like you might be able to cast some spells. There's hundreds here, and every goddamn one of them has a knife that they'd love to plant in your chest if they thought they could pick you clean of all your coin. Only reason they don't descend upon you like a swarm of crows is because then they'd have to fight off each other to get what's good on you. And that's how Noct works. So you best get that clue real quick. Start doing things around here the way we in Noct do things. You don't trust no one. You don't help no one. You don't talk to no one you don't have to. You drink, you sleep, you do your business, and you get the hell out of town. And that's some more free advice. You don't have to pay for that.
It seems people
Understood.
around here have a knack for offering free advice.
I wouldn't
it's
get
quite
used
nice.
to that.
As he was saying that though, could I just kind of like tug E3 to the back of like the group and just crouch down and whisper in his ear like,
Are we going to tell him about Rutger, assuming he doesn't already know? No, not
not Rutger.
Elmore.
He knows.
Do you think? If possible, I just. Yes.
I think he knows.
Okay.
We didn't see him come through town during the funeral or anything like
A
that.
man like this would probably stand out in your memory. No,
Yeah.
you definitely didn't see him. Though you can see the unmistakable resemblance, particularly in the face. He looks more like Elmore than either of his parents.
We don't want to cause any inconvenience to you, although we appreciate you letting us stay here. If you have any questions about what we were up to, what happened, just let me know.
The less I know, the less danger I'm in, and the less guilt I'll feel when I have to turn on you. Save my own skin.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's. So, it's a nice bit of steel you got there. You looking to buy anything?
Well, yes. Let's turn our conversation to business, I guess. I don't suppose in this horrible town that you happen to have got yourself. I said it earlier and I've already forgotten. What's the hammer I
Same.
need?
I have no idea. I've been trying to remember.
Dark hammer?
Dark steel.
Dark steel. That's the one. I don't suppose you happen to have dark steel ingots or a dark steel hammer available, do you?
I got some ingots. I'll be honest, it's not often I get someone asking for ingots. Main business around these parts is for swords and horseshoes.
If your offer to let me use your facilities was genuine, then I could put them to use. I will pay, obviously.
You're a smith. Huh. Never worked with a dwarven smith? I hear you're supposed to be some kind of legendary.
Not me personally, no.
That's a shame. Well, as long as you're around these parts, I suppose, I can afford to let you use my equipment. As long as you're doing a few odd jobs for me in the flip side. You want to
Can be
use my
arranged.
goods, you want to live in my stable, you can do a
I
little
would-
work for me.
Would gladly earn
We would.
our way.
We do offer our services for you gladly.
That's what I like.
It also appeared that there was some trouble that walked out the door that intends to come back. Is that something we can help with?
Yeah. They're all huff and puff. A couple of barking pigeons, that's all. Some of Captain Tolub's crew, pirate, comes through here. They're docked at the river, staying at the hostel. Wouldn't recommend running afoul of them. I hear say Captain Tolub has some friends and kind of looks out the door. Sort of not at anything in particular, just sort of in the distance. Friends in pretty dark places, if you know what I mean. Pretty dark local places.
We understand.
But they expect something from you?
They want me to work for half my rate.
Is there anything in specific they are trying to to purchase?
Swords. Some great big crossbow bolts that they think they can shoot out of something on their ship. Frankly, I don't have enough of the raw materials to make the amount of projectiles they're looking for in the first place. So, doesn't really matter if I want to work for them or not. Can't do the work. And they're not willing to pay for the resources, let alone the work, so if they try anything funny in my business, well, there'll be a bloody reckoning.
Wow.
Of course, if you want to make yourselves helpful, I suppose. Might not be such a terrible thing for you to go check in on the good captain. Find out what kind of business their pirates are getting around. Make sure that my name's off their lips. Unless it be, I'm going to Otis to procure his full price services.
I love this guy. Okay. How far was the Herbs lady's daughter?
Not far. So if this is the blacksmith shop and that's the stable, Mother Scrang's is right there. Hardly 100 feet away.
Okay.
And the inn's on the riverfront, right?
You haven't been to the hostel yet, but yes, it would be on the along the river somewhere.
Probably this one.
I actually had a question for her, so do I go alone or do you come?
Wouldn't reckon going anywhere on your own around these parts. A little thing
would
like
go with
you
you.
doesn't really matter if you know how to kill someone or not. You'll look
I
like
would-
a victim, so they'll attack you.
I would go with you, Miss Junko.
Thank you.
I mean, we could all go back there if needed.
I don't think so.
One
I just
more
have a
thing.
question.
If you do decide to check in on them pirates, don't pick a fight with them. You'll just die. I'd rather have your services while you're still alive.
Is that another piece of free advice, Otis?
Think of it more as another job I'm giving you.
Not to die.
That's
That's
right.
a great job. Yes.
So
Oh,
let's see if you can fulfill that one.
I have a very specific question, and I understand if you don't know the answer, but we went to Mother Scrang's shop, and her daughter said she wasn't there and wasn't very forthright in information, which is, of course, understandable with it being Noct, but do you happen to know where she is? Or how long she might be, as we do have business with her as well?
I would make you think I got anything to do with Mother Scrang.
I just assumed that maybe people who are doing business here might, you know, have a drink together, or hell, might even be friends, I don't know.
Oh, you definitely haven't met Mother Scrang if you think that old crone drinks anything.
Well, I met her daughter and she was lovely.
I'll say in a sarcastic way.
Oh. Yeah, that can be a mite prickly.
So you don't know anything? If not, it's
I'm
fine.
sure whatever Medley told you is probably the truth.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Oh. What's got you so hot for... Never mind. Don't want to know.
It's nothing like that, I can assure you, sir. We have business, and that's why we're here, and we are trying to
Good enough for me.
achieve that. Yes.
Okay. Goodbye.
Good sir, would you show us to our quarters?
And he actually finally kind of smiles. Right this way. He takes you past the counter, out back into the yard, and across the yard to a stable. Nova looks visibly uncomfortable.
How many horses are there?
She hears a horse.
Well,
whinnying
yeah,
to
you
her.
guys
Oh my
just
God.
signed her up to sleep in an inn with horses.
Well,
We'll see how fast word spreads, huh?
It's either that or she goes back to the pub that she was kidnapped in. I don't think this is going to be a
win in this situation.
No.
But I would imagine she does make it very clear she is not thrilled about this. You find that there is a somewhat rotund boy about the same age as Sammy, who's currently, he's got like a pitchfork and he's scooping in some of the stalls. You can see there are about 12 horses here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Any of them look familiar?
Make a perception check.
Do any of them look familiar to Nova?
Well, they're cool. They're just kind of doing horse things.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Any of them?
Yeah, no, none of them familiar.
Give her like a side glance and a quick like eye flare.
If so, it's all after you guys have passed, so none that you notice.
I'm not even there. What am I talking about?
Is it a barn with like an upper level that we could stay on? It literally is just we're gonna have to have a stall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sean, scoop some hay over into these 3 here stalls. Huh? The stalls, boy. Get some hay. Scoop some hay, clean hay, into these 3 here stalls. They're gonna be sleeping in them. Oh, okay. And the boy starts moving moving hay into a couple of stalls. Give him about an hour and he'll have your beds ready.
Thank you.
Appreciate it if you don't go around mentioning to no one else my charity. And I'd especially appreciate it if you don't give me cause to regret it.
Charity? I thought we were working for you.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose that's right. Still, I prefer you not advertise it. Don't need that kind of marketing.
Understood.
Well, if there's nothing else, enjoy your quarters. He's gonna make his way back inside his shop.
He's not much like his brother, is he?
I think he's learned to be this way to survive.
He sounds defeated.
Yeah.
Why? Do not know.
Not our
Junko,
questions.
are you going to Mother Scrans?
Yeah, it should only be like 5 minutes.
After you, Miss Junko.
Then I will take off.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down in my hay bed.
I'm
It's not
gonna
done yet. That's poo.
I'm gonna help the boy and make sure that the stalls were clean before the hay starts getting piled in there.
Make sure it's
Dracon.
clean hay.
With your passive perception, you notice that when you guys were talking about he's not much like his brother, the boy with the pitchfork, kind of his movements became very like reflexive, and you get the impression he was probably listening. And just little sidelong glances he gives leads you to believe he might be a little nosy.
Yeah. I
Good thing
will.
we didn't say anything else.
I will say
Just give me time.
when everybody's grouped up.
Well, you're not at this point. Everybody is not grouped up, so hold that thought.
Okay, I'll wait. Yep.
Therithiel and Junko. As you make your way back across the street, you can see that there is a single rider coming up the road, same direction you came from, garbed all in dark brown and forest greens, riding on a black horse. And hang on, let me find out which of you. Junko, could you make a dexterity saving throw, please? They're like riding into town at a gallop, and they are not much interested in going around.
Can I assist her by like, pulling
You
her
would not.
back?
In this case, you wouldn't be able to. It's okay though,
Wait,
Junko. You are able to like leap away just as the horse barrels past, straight down the road, galloping away, and you can see that his cloak billowing out behind him. They ride.
Does it have an element on it?
No, it is unadorned. But they
Okay.
ride straight through town, across the bridge at the north end, and continue north into the forest.
People here are so rude.
It is fine.
You make your way back into Mother Scring's shop, where she's now, it looks like she has a mortar and a pestle, and she kind of stops the grinding.
I just forgot I had a question.
What do you want?
Do you know where the Godias tree is?
What? Whatever do you mean?
Does she look like she just doesn't know, or?
Make an insight check.
It's 15.
15. You get the sense more that it's a test question. She's checking what you know.
Godias tree, very evil. I forgot what they're called. The things that we fought in the meta.
Blight.
They get blights. Do you know where it is? Or where?
What you're talking about, we don't carry anything related to that. Though, there was one thing. A goblin came through here last summer, and again this past winter, with the strangest fruit I've ever seen. Sold it to us at what must have surely been a loss. It resold in very quickly. Delightful fruit. Poisonous as the day is long, unfortunately, but it was the most alien thing I've ever seen. You might even say blighted. And the trees that grew from the seeds, once they were planted, why, they disappeared overnight. Not a month ago. Is this related to your Gothias tree?
I tried
the
being
retail-
as sneakily as I can to produce a gold coin
Oh,
and put it on the countertop.
I just remembered something else. That goblin fellow, he did mention a town that he'd come from. He was very excited, said he'd be back every year. You know, it's right on the tip of my tongue, though. I can't seem to remember the village.
I produced 2 gold coins this time.
Oh, wait. It's coming to me. It's almost there.
I look back at Junko and just kind of give like a sigh without actually sighing. And I produce 2 more coins.
Oh, cursed. The village was Oakhurst, in the Gnarlwood. It's north of here, near the mountains. It's a druid community.
I'm gonna ask
And
our player about that when she returns to her game.
when was the last time he was here? Has it almost been a year?
No, that was the winter solstice. Came first in the summer and then the winter. The summer solstice is coming, though. Maybe he'll be back. Or maybe not. Who can say?
Do you want the fruit, or?
It's sold right quick. The summer fruit had the most magical properties. Why, I swear I saw a man regrow lost hand when he ate that fruit. Just grew right back overnight. And the seeds, well, they turned into such twisted, gnarled things afterward. But the winter fruit, that was quite a good poison. Not that we sell such things here, you understand. It would not do to break the Emperor's laws by selling poisons, but, oh, you know, it's like apple seeds.
Not.
Sometimes things are just toxic if you ingest them. Such a shame. It's not my fault that the apple juice was full of arsenic.
You said the summer fruit was magical and healing?
And the winter fruit was magical too, just... Well,
Very
it does the
poisonous.
opposite of healing, that's for sure. Are you interested in this fruit?
No,
or these
just
mysterious saplings that walk away?
We are more interested in the tree itself, where these saplings and fruits
The
come
soil.
from.
We just want to know where it is.
I'm happy I could help.
Thank you. And I'll smile and leave another 2 gold coins.
Oh, and now you're getting a big old toothy, and by toothy I mean both teeth are showing. Smile.
Is that taffy still on the counter that I
No.
left?
I give her a wink. And this time I do try and pay close attention to her and what she's wearing.
Make a perception check.
Perception. 12.
12. You notice that there's something funny about her hunch. And you begin to think that that's not a real hunch that she has. That there may be something there. Maybe a weapon, or maybe it's just something to stuff to make her look hunchbacked.
I don't say any of this, I just keep it to myself.
You also notice that her bat-like ears are distinctly elven, though they've been made up pretty severely.
Like, the fake? The
That
fake?
makes sense.
She is elven.
Like she actually may be elven.
Okay. You said made up, and I
very-
was like, wait,
she
is it
put
wax?
such quality makeup and effects on her ears that they pass as.
Oh, made up. I thought you said mained.
I mean that too. They definitely like if she is an elf, she definitely cut a lot of the ears off, part of each ear off.
Okay.
But the more you look, the more you think that is in fact exactly what happened here.
That's what I was just trying to clarify for our listeners. I am ready to go.
SMI, thank you so much. You have been such a great help.
And
Be well.
thank you. And she's like juggling or dancing one of the gold coins over her fingers, very, very dexterously, and looks very pleased with herself and her money. As you guys leave.
Walk away.
Once
The
we
sh-
get out of the shop, I'll just be like, at least we can buy information here.
I'm pretty sure we could buy information anywhere in this town.
That's what I meant here.
I don't know if that's the best course of action, though. If word gets around that we're buying information, they will.
I will get bored and start using other methods.
I'm sure you will, Miss Junko. Shall we go back and meet with the rest?
Yeah. Do you want to hunt tonight?
I could go out and look for some food first, yes.
I'll go with you, and we can bring some for Oscar, right?
Otis.
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 His name is now Oscar.
There's already someone named Oscar, I think.
You're thinking of Osler.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Gundagoot?
Stick on the
All right, so you guys are all regrouped in the stable then?
Yes. Yes.
Time to sleep with the horses.
Well, I mean, it's
I will
like
take
1
that
o'clock in the
moment.
afternoon.
Time to
Yeah.
go to sleep.
I'll take that moment to just huddle everybody and just be like,
I imagine this goes without saying, but
The stable boy starts scooping horse poop in the stall next to you. The next stall over.
actually, perhaps we should do this when we're not in here.
and I'll just motion to the next stall.
They actually ain't even
Cora?
scooping anything.
Yes.
I'm a peek over.
They
Yeah,
are.
Cora's gonna stand up and look at him. Hey.
Huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Getting Cora'd.
You want some taffy?
Huh? What?
You do it.
What's taffy?
It's candy.
What's candy?
Here, I'll give him a little piece. You eat it. Chew
What?
on it.
Like food?
Yeah,
Doesn't look like food.
it's good.
Looks like a ribbon.
Eat it.
I'll eat it.
Does he like it?
Well, it's covered in ribbon. He didn't
like,
unwrap
frowns
it.
and keeps chewing, keeps chewing, still chewing, keeps on chewing for quite a while. Finally, hey, I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
Cora will
staring
sit
at
back down.
As I was saying, perhaps we should. It is only early in the day still. Perhaps we should have a look around town some more.
Okay.
I know Otis mentioned that thing, so I don't know if you wanted to check that or.
Perhaps it is not best to make enemies on the first day we arrived here.
I wasn't planning on making enemies of anybody, but he did say that could be somebody to speak to if he was interested in finding out information.
Getting our bearings around the city more would be helpful. We ought
Do
to
we-
go about.
Yes.
Do we want to try and be slightly more subtle than we already are at this moment? And if we look down at the magic plate armor that he's wearing,
Perhaps,
Larets,
yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
shit! I forgot. Yeah.
Maybe you should take that off now, Ifri. I
Is
will
there?
help you.
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's a regular barn, and there's like there's dirt everywhere, right?
There is indeed, yes.
Perhaps it is a good idea to make ourselves appear less rich, less than
I
we
do
are.
I do not look rich in the slightest, but sure.
Grab some dirt and just rub it on myself,
I look like a mercenary, Twentyeighth.
I think this
like
is
a
the sort
rich
of place.
mercenary with all those weapons. Mr. Go.
I mean, we had a rough night out and then a fight with the news. I feel like we're probably in a pretty tatty state anyway.
I think this is the one place where looking how we look probably makes sense. If mercenaries are coming and going.
Shall we go then? I'm still trying to rub dirt on me.
Where should we go next?
Hang on, it's going to take another 14 minutes to get this off. I think it's 15 minutes for
Mhm.
a plate.
Well, if
Yeah.
you are
I'll help
assisting,
you.
it
Yeah.
takes half that time.
Yeah, I'll help. So.
Still.
Okay. You guys can get E3 out of his arm. No problem.
Don't
Can
even
you
have to grease me up.
T-pose? Put your arms out. It'll have to be easier. There we go.
How long do I have to do this for?
Well, like this
Technically
is how.
7.5 minutes.
That would be really hard.
Yep.
If he was probably like by the end
We'll
of
take
it.
the arms off first. It's fine.
That's fair.
Oh, thanks.
Fair enough.
Like his arms?
Yeah,
Or
cut him off.
just cut him off and then just slide him
Take that, Nova. Now we have someone missing 2 arms.
up. She's gonna hate us after this.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do?
So technically, besides finding information about the surrounding area, the 2 reasons we came here for, Otis and Lady Mother Scran,
Yeah.
we've kind of already touched those bases.
Are we having this conversation after we've left the stable so that there's not a stable hand listening?
Yeah.
Okay. Otis did mention that the pirates might have dark roots.
That is why I mentioned maybe if we did want to inquire at the boats docked. But I don't really know what we could say to him to get information that could help us.
We're looking for work.
Possibly, yes. But I imagine the dark roots are exactly what we're trying to fight against, so
Perhaps
maybe
by
making
working-
ourselves known isn't the best idea in that sense, but
Maybe if we work a job or 2, it will give us more insight into them. Assuming these jobs don't require us to do anything against anyone we don't want to hurt.
well, we do need to try and inquire or go and find this Gorfias tree, and as far as we know, we don't have any information on that yet.
We might have some information.
Oh,
But yes, this is why we went back to speak to Lady Melda?
Melody.
Medley.
Moldy.
Melody.
Yes. Medley, yes, that's the one, sorry. What is this information?
She offered us a location of a goblin? I think it was a goblin.
What? And who is this
Ah.
goblin?
This goblin brings on the solstice of winter or summer this fruit. We believe it is fruit from the Goliath tree. Golthias tree.
Isn't it like 4 days away from the solstice? I
She
believe
did
it's
say
on
he
the
would be-
22nd.
It's not on the calendar.
When's
But
the
she-
summer solstice in real life?
That's
When
the 24th, 21st.
Is it?
it's
I think
23rd.
it's
I didn't
22nd.
think it was on a set date.
I think it is. Let me double check.
This year it was on the 21st of June.
Okay.
So, there's a chance that this goblin could be here within the next few days.
That is what she mentioned, yes.
But what is so interesting about this goblin?
He knows what the Golthias tree is. He
But
brings
how?
these fruits into his shop. These fruits apparently have magical properties. I look over at Nova. She did mention that the summer fruits regrew a man's arm overnight. And this is the summer solstice, so perhaps we could use that to help you.
I'll look at Miss at Nova as well.
Okay.
And she also
If that's coming from like a cursed tree, though.
well, we will
We
I
should
will have to do more
at least
study
get more
into it,
information on that first.
of course.
I don't want like a cursed hand.
That would be pretty cool, though, I must admit.
Not if it chokes your friends,
Why would it choke? What?
because it's evil and cursed.
Not true. I wonder if Larif chokes people.
Choke me,
Not
daddy.
anymore, but... Are you okay then?
There
Miss
we
Gora?
go. Someone's getting choked as we speak.
Fine. some taffy. Sorry.
Well, it said it had the winter was poison, magical, summer magic healing, and I don't doubt that.
Wait, winter was poison?
Yes, the
yes,
fruits of the
is
winter
very
is
poisonous.
Did you get a name of the fruits exactly? Or just that they was magical in essence?
She did not name it.
I don't need to be rude, but I don't care about the fruit.
I was just wondering if I knew something about these fruits.
I guess, Tim, do
look
I
at
know
the
anything about
library.
It'd be a nature
fire
check.
street fruit?
I would say look at the library.
I don't think they have a
17.
library in Noct.
17. You've heard of like enchanted fruit before, nothing necessarily tying to a Golthias tree specifically, but I mean enchanted fruit goes as far back as history. It's sort of a running
Yeah.
icon of, I mean, are there any true tales of enchanted fruit? Now that's anybody's guess, but the stories certainly exist.
So it's more of a tale rather than
Mm-hmm.
people actually. Okay.
A snake tail?
Dorothy, did you say where the fruit came from? The tree?
She gave
It's
us the name of
Oakhurst.
the Oakhurst town. It's a druid town or druid village. But I
Which
don't know
is
if she's
something that I
that-
would ask Nova, but she's not here right now.
I don't know if
Oh,
that's
that
exactly
understand.
where the tree is at, or this is where this goblin is coming from.
What town was it?
Oakhurst.
Can I do a check on that?
Yeah. Nature or history?
Actually, I don't
Actually,
know
yeah.
why
Could I do
didn't
an
either.
Yeah. Just.
Gosh, we're silly.
8.
I will do. Can I do histories?
Okay.
Being a
Cora,
history
you've never
buff,
heard of it.
am I able to
19.
as well?
Also 8.
Therithiel, you've never heard of it. Junko, you've heard of it in passing. You don't know much about it other than it's a small town. It's far, far out of the way in the deep gnarlwood forest. In fact, it's on the map, and I can show you.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you to show me.
I know nothing about nothing. My guy is stupid.
You're stupid. You just a brute.
From elsewhere. It's fine.
You're stupid.
It's it's near the source of the Velverdiva River.
Oh, Oakhurst. I thought it was Oakhurst.
Yeah, how funny.
Oh, yeah.
That play on words, almost like it was intentionally named Oakhurst.
That's exactly what it sounded like you were saying. Oh, cursed.
How about that?
So that's quite far away.
So, Sraha, when you're watching, remember, you have questions to answer, potentially. Thank you.
I would say, Junko, you'd know that it can be reached probably equally easy by river as by following the road which follows the river. Going cross country in the woods, probably not a good idea in these days when
Okay.
the gnarlwood is quite dangerous.
And this is where she said the Goliath tree should be, right?
Well, she doesn't know. She said that goblin came from this town bearing fruit
Yeah.
unlike any she'd ever seen from any plant. And that's coming from a woman who has literally every herb you've ever heard of in her shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but should
I'm
ask
just
for weed.
double checking.
So
But
there's
that
no
can be-
guarantee that that's even related to the Golthias tree. Only that weird fruit comes from there in the hands of a goblin.
Yep.
Are goblins known to be druids?
No.
Okay.
They have shaman sometimes.
It would seem very odd that a goblin would be part of a druidic settlement. But I'm sure there's stranger things that have happened.
Then just seal that it'll come all this way to sell the fruit. Industrious little goblin.
It's the closest place, I imagine. And I imagine a lot of trade comes in and out with it being on the coast. I'm very curious as to who would buy these fruits. And if you say somebody's hand grew, that is a very specific thing.
Frankly,
Maybe
That's not our business, though.
I know, but in trying to find out more information, it could be useful. Maybe the hand that was grown back is something to do with what happened to Miss Nova.
I mean, her arm getting cut off is related to a magical fruit that grew someone's arm back.
Maybe the person who acquired the fruit to grow their arm back also had the same thing happen to them that happened to Miss Nova. Is what I meant.
I do know there's an interesting correlation, though. She did mention that they had planted saplings of the winter fruit, and they disappeared around the same time that the Blythe appeared and attacked us in the grove.
So that would be 2 weeks ago.
Be
Well,
about
there-
Wait, did
3
you say
weeks
2 weeks
ago.
or a month ago? She said
She
about a
said
month ago.
they disappeared about a month ago. For you guys, they would have appeared maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, not then. Then I did not
So-
mention any of that.
Oh, I mean, it depends. If they were trees and they had to walk to Hummelbank, that might have taken a while.
Do you think they moved themselves, or the person who planted them knew what they were and moved them themselves?
Did I know? She did not elaborate.
Maybe we should ask about giraffes. Here.
pay a good hefty fee then.
We did have to
Me-
pay for this information.
Hmm.
As I'm sure
Me-
we have to pay for a lot of information here.
Maybe if we speak to Mother Scrang at some point, maybe she'll be more forgiving with the information, even at a cost.
Are we just
but-
walking around town talking, or are we just in one spot talking?
Be around in one spot, a little out at earshot of people. I would
Um,
prefer that.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
So I was going to say in the barn, and of course it is, I suppose, common knowledge, but the hand who was cleaning was definitely listening to everything we were saying. So I know we're out of the way now, but we definitely need to be careful in what we're saying around here, because we don't know who is listening. I know Miss Junko is obviously used to this, but just be careful.
Do I see any spirits here? In Noct?
None that are obvious immediately.
I was just wondering if there was like little anything that I saw, because I'm assuming that there's a lot of murders here. So
Not enough to create a haunting, it would seem.
Okay. Call it paranoid.
Valid.
Have I seen any other ASMR just looking around in town?
No, definitely not.
Anyone with a wing just walking around?
And I would know, I think, in ASMR. Probably.
Generally speaking, yeah, probably.
I've had my hood up pretty much the entire time.
Okay. So, what do you guys want to do now?
Do we
About
speak to
2?
the... Sorry, what?
It's about 2 p.m.
Yeah, about that by this point.
I had two possible locations. Obviously, there is the man on the boat. If we are looking for some sort of work or information. Myself personally, I don't really know how to get in with that sort of crowd. Or we
Just-
could.
You mean the pirates?
Yes, I don't know any pirates.
We should all get eye patches.
And a peg leg.
Do you not think it would be very peculiar that 6 people have lost an eye?
It was a boating accident.
What happened on the boat to give us the eye patch? What happened?
Oh, a keg of gunpowder exploded.
I think gunpowder's quite rare. That would be very unfortunate. Right?
We stuck each other in the eye with the oars.
Well, it could be alternating eyes. It doesn't have to be the same eye.
Can you see the problem I'm having? We don't have a very good reason to be
Okay,
there.
maybe I just really want an eye patch.
What
I'm
was
sure
your
you
other
could buy
idea,
one.
Mr. Dracon?
Well, this is probably a... I know Miss Nova doesn't want to go there, but maybe the hostel is a place to inquire, or at least see if there's anything useful to be gained from that area.
Billy, isn't that where Lareth told me to go? Was the hostel?
Mhm.
Like the one plate, yeah.
I believe the owner is a, I have his name in my mind, a Dean Ranch.
Mm.
He's the runner
What
for the temple,
he-
I
what
think.
do you mean?
That is correct.
Yeah. That's what Lareth told me, I think. My notes are really shitty, sorry.
You'd expect somebody who asks a lot of questions to write better notes, Miss Cora.
All her ink's used in her hair, not in a notebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
started using blood.
Well,
I think if
Curette Dean Wrench's runner. That's what I wrote.
Ditto. I think he
Dean
was a
Ranch
runner.
is the name I got.
He was a runner for the spies.
Hmm.
Oh, so he was coming to and from here to Hummelbank, speaking to Gromag and that? What?
Yeah, Rumeg. Yep.
Or
Yeah.
passing down orders or whatever. He was just.
Oh yeah, I do have that. Would deliver letters to Dean Ranch, who in turn delivered them to Romag.
We do know the name of that. I'm just looking for it in my notes, see if I can find it.
Oh,
Who's
I
gonna
have
be
tons of
looking
names, just no information
Yeah.
connected to
Well-
the names.
for? Who are you thinking of?
I got nothing. You've got to be more specific.
Saraha's the one with the good note keeping. Where is she at?
I have good note keeping, just not for Noct. I didn't
Yeah, I-
experience here.
I got a bunch of names for the area with stuff, but none of them are associated with the inn.
If you want, Cora and I can go to the inn.
Oh, wait, hold on.
We can grab a drink and listen.
School?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
School. Boatman's Tavern owner, school.
what? I don't know what you're talking about. The tavern.
That's a tavern. Duh.
Is there a tavern inside this village as well? I thought it was only the hostel.
In a place like this, there are multiple taverns, I would assume.
But no, it's just the one. Hostel, tavern, same thing.
Waterside Hostel.
Hmm? I didn't hear you.
I say we
We're all
go to the
confused now.
tavern. I say we go to the tavern.
Hostel, apparently.
Hostel Tavern.
Yeah, see? Like, same thing.
Well,
This one's
let's
more
go find
pretty.
out.
No, but the
Uh,
hostel was called something differently than what I have in my notes. This might be something
To the
different.
hostel.
Do
Well,
we-
I meant for
This-
us
this-
to, a few of us to go so Nova didn't have to be uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Well, as you guys are making this final decision,
Good choice.
We're very
good choice.
indecisive.
we're going to end here for tonight.
Okay.
That way I can let Saraha decide
I
for
feel-
herself if she wants
Yeah.
to go
I
or
feel
not.
bad with her not here. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like conventional wisdom is sending Junko and Cora in there is asking for trouble.
No,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I
good.
also I agree.
No.
I mean, they'll make for good storytelling, just not good for us in
That's-
game.
Well,
Yeah.
That's why I want to
good
go.
storytelling if you survive.
Don't worry, guys. I have a plan, and I got
Did you do it?
inspiration from a movie. Billy, you know the movie.
No.
What movie? I
Uh,
probably haven't seen it,
You
so.
probably
seen it.
have.
It's a good thing we're all up to hit points.
I don't want to spoil it.
No, save it.
Don't do this,
Look,
Ash.
look at
Alright,
Alright.
I actually have to go,
Chat,
so.
thank you for hanging out with us today. We will be
Yes,
live
thank you,
again
chat.
tomorrow with
man.
our Pathfinder game, continuing Shattered Star. This will be at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Mhm.
until then, thank you for being here. Take good care of yourselves. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for
All right.
stopping by.
Bye.
Peace. Thank you.